wenn sie dort nicht machen. Ja, ist
Schon genug Power für die Halfpipe. Aktiv-Fitness bringt dich in Bestform. Jetzt schon ab 590 Franken pro Jahr. Aktiv-Fitness. So günstig machst du nie eine so gute Figur.
Soundtrap ist die einfachste Art, Musik zu produzieren. Wählen Sie einfach einen 808-Kick. Fügen Sie ein paar zischende Hi-Hats hinzu. Bringen Sie mit dem Broken Glockenspiel noch etwas Abgefahrenes hinein. Und zum Schluss pitchen wir diesen bellenden Hund herunter und sorgen für Hall. Nehmen Sie einen Song in nur wenigen Minuten auf. Verwenden Sie Soundtrap, ein Online-Musikstudio, das einfach zu bedienen ist, Zusammenarbeit ermöglicht und auf jedem System läuft. Jetzt kostenlos testen. Einfach auf das Banner klicken und loslegen. Soundtrap, Ihr überall verfügbares Studio von Spotify.
Soundtrap. Produziert mit Soundtrap. Ebenfalls mit Soundtrap produziert. Nehmen Sie einen Song in nur wenigen Minuten auf. Verwenden Sie Soundtrap, ein Online-Musikstudio, das einfach zu bedienen ist, eine enge
and beat them 15-14.
It's similar to the former EFAF Cup, I think.
Correct, yeah, exactly. In the old days, it was EFAF Cup and then the Euro Bowl behind
Euro
that, and
Bowl,
CFL has established pretty much the same system.
Yeah, it's nice. There's actually one player playing for the Warsaw Eagles.
Okay.
Maxim Kistin, number 24. Yeah, we're going to see. It will be a pretty interesting game. Should be a good affair today.
One thing that was interesting looking at Moscow's roster, that we got it last night, 22 out of their 38 players are over the age of 30.
Yeah,
which is really unusual to compare. You know, for example, Switzerland has 5 players
that are over 30.
That are over
One
30.
is not even playing today.
Exactly. So you have a much more veteran, let's say, team on the one side, and the Swiss team has a lot of good young players.
A lot of talent.
Yep, going to be playing their first national team game today, and we'll be very excited to see how they mesh together as a unit with the limited practice time that they've had. They've had 2 camps, I believe.
They had 2 camps, one on the Swiss National Day on the weekend of 1st of August. The last weekend that went into the books. Switzerland has a pretty big coaching staff. They have about 16 coaches on the sideline, so every position is double covered. And they have an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach. So there's a lot of experience on the sideline. That could be a big plus when it comes to game time decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking over the offense is Armand Menson, who is the
OC for Bern too. Bern Grizzlies.
Acting head coach for Bern Grizzlies, and you can see there's a lot of good names on that coaching staff right there, which is now gone.
Yeah. We gotta show you the coaching staff for sure a little later. The game starts at 6 local time, so that means in about 15 minutes. We got to start. The players are already warmed up. They went back to the lockers. It's pretty fresh outside. It's pretty windy. It's a little windy. At least it's not raining for now.
Yeah.
We expect to have a little rain maybe after halftime. That could affect the game. As far as we saw from the Russian side, they got to play a double back formation, so a run-heavy offense against a pretty big defensive line from the Swiss national team. Could be a hard one for their running backs.
Yeah, their system is very similar to what you see when you watch film of the Moscow Spartans playing. Very different than what you saw in 2019. You can see the results there. Russia played both games. They played a spread system, and in those 2 games, they only managed to score 1 touchdown. Now, those are 2 very good opponents. Great Britain is a very good team, and Sweden's playing for the European Championship tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when you got to expect now a switch to a similar system to like what you were talking about. Quarterbacks under center, 2 backs, tight end, some unbalanced line, and some misdirection with the fly jet sweep motion. And if you're not ready for it, if you haven't seen it on film, if you haven't had time to prepare for it, it's very, very difficult to defend. So we'll see here in a little while what they're going to bring out. The key for Russia, the key player for Russia tonight has got to be number 19, Alexander Belov. He played wide receiver for them 2 years ago. He was their leading receiver by far in those 2 games. He scored their only touchdown against Sweden.
Yeah.
But you got to expect him to be under center tonight. He was taking snaps at quarterback in pregame. Definitely a great athlete. So it's very interesting to see which of the 2 guys that they will use.
And he can also be the option guy too. Because,
exactly.
Like if he's a receiver, he's able to run with the ball, and if he's playing like with open eyes, because like I think on the line, as far as we see it body-wise, the Swiss team has a little advantage.
Yeah, body-wise up front, you look at the lines in pregame, you can see Switzerland definitely has the more intimidating presence on the offensive and defensive line. But we'll see. We'll see once.
I think, right? Because like Russian teams is well known as like big teams. I just remember like 9 years ago, we played the Russians in St. Gallen back in the days. We won 22-21.
Yeah.
And they were huge. They were just huge players. It was, as I remember, as a player. That was a tough game, but yeah, we see them in the middle of the field now. The Swiss team getting out of the lockers too, led by I think Dominik Liechti, the defensive end from the Bern Grizzlies, one of the best defense player ever produced in Switzerland.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's there's some good players in that front 7 for Switzerland tonight. So if Russia's game plan is to run the football, we're going to see how Russia accounts for blocking those guys in the box.
Yeah.
Because there's a number of very, very good football players, especially in that front 7.
Yeah, and also in the linebacker position, like on the counter to the front 7, we have pretty experienced guys like Fazet Masri, who's playing in the GFL for the Unicorns. He lost the German Bowl, but he was champion in Germany a couple times with the Unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
He's a starter for them too, and we get some pretty good Swiss guys playing in the Swiss League also.
Absolutely, yeah. The majority of the players. Oh, looks like we're going to the national anthem here.
They do not.
Got to wait for the. Well, that's a lot of coaches. That's a lot of coaches.
There are, yeah. I'm not saying a shitload of coaches, but yeah, it's a lot of coaches. And they are not the fastest anymore, otherwise they would not coach them. I think we got to stay seated because, we will not talk about the Russian anthem. By the Swiss national anthem. at the games they had in the past, the Russian scored once. Switzerland actually didn't score. They played Italy and Austria. So there was a lot of defense work done on both of them.
Yeah, two pretty forgettable games in 2019. 66-0 against Austria, 38-0 against Italy. That said, those are two really good programs. Italy's playing for the gold medal tomorrow. Austria was in the finals in 2018, so a rather unfortunate draw for Switzerland there. But tonight, obviously, they're looking for their first touchdown in a while. You have to go back to 2016, to September 2016, to the B Championship down in Italy to get the last national team game won. They beat Israel in the semifinal game or the consolation game of that tournament. So completely different team now than 5 years ago, and a quite different team now than 2 years ago. So I think we're going to see some new faces tonight on both offense and defense.
So we have the captains on the field in Switzerland with number 72 is Patrick Bachmann, he's offensive lineman from the Columbia Broncos. Number 58 in defense, Dominic, we already talked about him. He was with the flag, and then they got joined from number 8, Moritz Stein.
Yep.
13. If we have a little bit longer to find the player.
That's Dominic Mischler.
It's Dominic Mischler?
Yep.
Yeah. So our rosters are not like we got the roster pretty late.
Keeps us on our toes.
And it's a little bit, but we got to see. We got to figure out.
I think looking at, we haven't talked much about Switzerland's offense until now. I think if you're going to look at 3 players, the offensive line I think is well known, is considered counting on to be a strength tonight. I think number 1, you got to look at the quarterback, Richie Wardman. He's kind of been the future of Swiss football for a long time at quarterback, and
still
now he has 2 seasons under his belt in the NLA. And he had his first experience of national team in 2019, and now they need him to, he's a grown man now. He's not a kid. He's not even 19 players. Switzerland really needs him to step up tonight and deliver and to lead that offense. And the second one would be Moritz Stein, who's out there, one of the captains. Just a really consistent, good running back through the Bern Grizzlies. Has been playing there a long time. It doesn't seem like it. He seems like he's young, but he's quick. He makes good reads. He's a good blocker. He's just a good all-around solid player. And I know Switzerland plans to rotate their backs tonight, but I think this guy will be the guy that winds up being the lead dog. Exactly. And if you want to pick a breakout candidate today, I'm going to pick number 84, Sven Riepel, the big, tall wide receiver, who had very quietly a very good season this year in the NLA. Basel had a rough year, so his work was maybe undernoticed.
Not as productive as productive in the stats as it was.
Correct, but both games that I coached against him, he made plays. He's got great speed, good ball skills, good hands, and he's tall.
He's a good target for Richie, I think.
Yeah, I think if you're going to pick a breakout candidate tonight, I'd keep an eye on number 84.
And maybe on defense, we talk about Tim Hagmann, number 10. He won the German Bowl with the Dresden Monarchs. He's a nominal safety.
Absolutely. You've got, three GFL players here tonight. You got Tim Hagmann, who, like you said, won a GFL title with Dresden. He finished 3rd on the team with 63 tackles. There's Lucas, you got to help me with the last name there.
Russ,
yep. He played for the
Potsdam Royals.
Mm-hmm. They made the semifinals. He finished 4th on the team with 42 tackles. And then there's Fawcett Masri, who played with the Schwäbisch Hall, vice champions, and he finished 23rd on the team with 14 tackles. So you got 3 guys with that kind of experience behind Burry, Lichty, and Henny on that front. Yeah. And then don't forget about the corners. You've got Wilson from Geneva, who you don't hear much about because he doesn't have any passes thrown on him.
that's what you want as a DB.
And then Matt Tano, number 22.
He's also a pretty hard hitter.
He is. He had about 7 interceptions this year, and there were a couple of games where no one threw the ball to him the entire game. He was just out there getting some cardio in, and yet he made a lot of plays. So I think Switzerland has maybe more known commodities on its defense, but we're going to see the offense first, it looks like, because they've taken the ball.
It all starts on the line, and the line of the Swiss national team, as we talked about, they will be a force tonight, like on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
The offensive line can produce, and with their backs in there, they can give time to Richie to throw the ball sometimes, as long as it's not raining and they can open the holes for the running backs. we got to see how that works out.
Yeah.
Kickoff is on the way. It's just, maybe 2 minutes until kickoff. And we got to see how the Swiss returning team, Tim Hagman is back there, and Moritz Stein you talked about down there too as the returners. Both pretty fast guys.
Yeah.
Tim is not so used with the ball, but he's a very athletic player. His dad is a gym coach. He's like a pretty nice guy too. And Tim himself is a nice guy too. And he's just an athletic maniac.
Yep, absolutely.
His body is like a machine. Even he got injured last year, but he has a pretty productive year in the GFL.
Yeah, productive career he's had there. He started out here in Basel. I think he played in the last we saw him was the Swiss Bowl in 2017, and then he started off his journey in Dresden, and he left a GFL All-Star and a GFL champion.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. With the team in Dresden, Dresden is not like the best-known team in Germany. Braunschweig dropped down a little the last 2 years maybe. Frankfurt lost all the players to the EFL. So who was left? Potsdam with a lot of money, but no production from their side. The Crocodiles in Cologne that did so bad as they expected, and then the Monarchs.
Yeah.
They have a pretty good program built up there. A lot of players and
been in the mix, been in the playoffs almost every year, but this was the first time they pushed it all the way through, and scored a nice victory in the German Bowl over the Unicorns.
So kickoffs on the line. I think we see number 34 maybe. Kicker from the Russian team is 34. We are already sorry for the name pronouncing from the Russian players because, we are not well trained in pronouncing Russian names. Tim Hagman with the first return. He has a lot of blockers up front, and he gets a hit on about the 22-yard line.
Ooh, that ball was out.
That was popped out a little late, I think. But he should have protected the ball a little better, yeah.
Want to wish Dobre Večer to all of our Russian friends tuning in tonight. Great to have a good viewership from around Switzerland, around Europe, and also in Russia and wherever you're watching from tonight.
I hope there are a lot of Russian fans out there watching this game. I have a Russian friend, and she sent me a little sentence I could learn for almost 2 days to welcome you to beautiful Switzerland. It's something like Dobro Bashalovutz Prekrasnye Shvitsariju. And then she sent me another sentence, and I was listening to it, and I said, okay, Russian is too hard to learn in 2 days. So we got to stick to English. Yeah. I hope you're fine with that. If you got any questions or something, just let us know in the chat or send us texts, whatever. See the first snap motion to the right, a little low snap. Moritz Stein taking off. Pretty hard hit. First play, no gain.
We're expecting to see lots of different personnel groupings out of Switzerland tonight. They've used a tight end and 3 receivers, but they also have a fullback they want to use. So we're going to see lots of different sets tonight. But Russia did a really nice job of fitting up that outside zone play, stick to their gaps, and held it for a gain of about 2.
They have a real 4-man front. 3 linebackers. So another run. Oh, nice bounce to the outside. Nice read. Nice tackle too. Almost made it to the first down. I made the first down, I think. Nah. See where they got to spot it.
Good job by the offensive line and tight end, really clearing out that front 7. And a really nice tackle by number 20. That's Vitaly Petushkov. Was basically the only man left between Moritz Stein and the big gain, and he made the tackle to hold it to 6, bringing up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 1 maybe. Some kind of I formation with the tight end as a fullback, run through the middle, and that's enough for a first down. So first down for Team Switzerland today. Not a pass yet. Pretty experienced ref crew, by the way. A lot of refs from Germany, also reffing in the Swiss League. And joined by 2 referees from the Russian Federation, as far as I got. We have an 8-man crew out there. So that's something that changed, I think, about 2 years ago. They added the 8th official to the lineup. 2 more eyes to see the bad things on the field. Yeah. Another run to the outside.
Russia's holding up. Russia's front is holding up very well to start off the game against this very good Swiss offensive line. They're getting pushed a little bit, but on that play that time they came off blocks and stuffed that one for no gain.
It was a good read from the defensive line.
Russia has kind of realized that the Switzerland's game plan is to come out and running the football, and so now they've got that box packed pretty tight. There's opportunities outside if Switzerland wants to throw that thing.
The left defensive end for Russia, number 98, Yevgeny Urban. He is 38 years old actually. So he is still playing as a defensive end and had already made some impact on that game. So now they have the wide field to the left side, and they go with a timeout.
Yeah, the play clock was down just to 0. Very good job by the coaching staff to save the delay game penalty there.
The 5 yards would have hurt for a second down when you didn't make any yards on the first. So, yeah, they got to figure out, like, every first drive of a game is like finding out what defense you have, what are their good things to do, how they react on different plays, different play styles, so how they rush, how hard they come after the ball.
Yeah. I think Switzerland has seen maybe a slight advantage up front. Russia's now committed enough guys to the box to make running the ball more difficult. I think Switzerland in the very near future is going to have to test that secondary. Yeah. Because there's only one high safety right now.
Yeah, and he looks pretty athletic, but we haven't seen running him until now. So let's see how our Swiss receivers are pretty fast. Actually, they're well known as pretty fast receivers.
Yeah, we've got Dominic Gruber out there at outside receiver, and I can't see the number on the slot.
Another run this on the left. He finds the hole. Nice read through the middle. 3rd and 5 about, I think. It's about a 5-yard production on that run. Pretty good blocking up front.
And the free safety you just mentioned is now hobbling off the field. That is Fedor Akimov is limping off.
By Ivan Volkin. That could be your first chance to go deep. New safety, no pass played.
Yeah. Probably going to look for something.
Linebackers are about just 4 yards deep.
Probably looking for something at the sticks here.
Over pursuit from number 90. Richie's going by himself. That's not enough for a first down, actually. It's close to a first down.
Good effort by Richie there.
Yes.
But he's going to be 2 yards short now. The coaching staff has their first tough decision of the night. They got a 4th down and 3 around midfield. Yeah.
2 yards to go. They got to punt it.
Yeah, probably the safe decision here.
Yeah, or maybe they try a hard count and then just take the 5 yards back and then punt it. Then
2, 4, 7. I have a bad habit of always counting to 11 on special teams. Sorry.
This is well-known coach's behavior. Nice punt. Is he in the end zone?
Oh boy.
He returns it. This is not a good decision, actually. He is down at the 10-yard line. So the Russians got to start at their own 10. Switzerland made a first down.
Yeah.
Didn't look that bad. On the only pass attempt, he had to run by himself, quarterback.
Now you've given Russia a very long field to begin, and now this is the real question mark of the day. Is what are we going to see out of this Russian offense? We saw pretty much what we expected from Russia's defense, 40 front. What are we going to see now? That's kind of the biggest question I have. And two backs under center. Here comes some fly motion.
So a lot of people in the box. Nope. Makes it hard to read the play. First play, inside run, 2-yard gain. 2 is not enough.
Beloff gave it to Dmitry Nee, number 21. And it looks like they picked up 3. But it looks like it was Tim Henney on the tackle. Now we're going no huddle.
Okay.
Quarterback's in gun.
Still some kind of 2-back from a 1-back and 1 tight end. Or a back lined up as a tight end. Fly motion. Wasn't that a false start? Outside run. Good job from Swiss defense. Yeah. Nicely read. Get off the block, Tim Henney. Tim Henney is almost impossible to block.
Yeah, I mean, that's when the thing about when you're playing 2 national teams that don't really know each other. Yeah. You're kind of guessing as to, because I don't know a team in Switzerland that would start the game off by running the ball twice in a row at Tim Henney.
Yeah, Tim Henney dominates at the other side of the ball. So yeah, they got to figure out pretty quick that this is probably not the best option they can do. Martineau with his first tackle. Almost got the ball.
It's a good safe call there.
He's always like going for the ball, even if in his tackles.
Yep.
He's trying to rip off the ball somehow to make.
It's a good safe call by Russia to get the quarterback in a rhythm, get a completion, safe play, get some breathing room. But great start for Switzerland's defense. A 3 and out with a net gain of 2 yards in 3 plays. So that's
the Russian now know that running through the middle might not be the best option against that defense.
We'll probably see something different on the next series. Yeah, false start.
That's 5 calls to yards. You're bad for him, actually. A situation like that, you would not want to go closer to your own sideline.
So Russia's punter must have a cannon for a leg because Hagman is back at the opposite 40.
Yeah. So it's almost a 50 because the field is a little short.
Yeah, so that's 40 yards. Yeah,
he was pretty good in pregame, what we saw.
Yeah.
But he has not a lot of space now.
No, he does not.
And he will feel pressure from the white jerseys for sure.
He would have to put that ball 45 yards in the air from the line of scrimmage to get there. Let's see.
Snap is not bad. Punt is not bad. To the sideline, it's on the 41-yard line. So Switzerland takes off where they left the field almost.
Yeah, that
perfect.
cashes in that decision to punt it in there deep. Let your defense play, get you the ball back and out.
Make them feel confident a little, stop them, 3 and out, first drive.
Switzerland has a reasonably short field now to work with. They're 41 yards away from their first touchdown.
Also 91 on the defensive line of the Russians. He is born 89, so like he's 32 years old. Like as you said, there were a lot of players over age of 30.
22 out of 38 guys over the age of 30.
So, bad snap, but nicely rescued.
And these are the things that in the national team games, especially when you haven't had that much time to work together, these things are going to happen. I think which team can minimize these kinds of plays and also come back from them. Because now you got 2nd and 14, but if a team can overcome these little mistakes, which are going to happen, that's going to be the team that probably takes the win home tonight.
Yeah, it will not be a high-scoring game. I think we can agree on that. I don't think so.
Not many points are expected, but you never know.
You never know. It's still football. Way better snap. Nice blocking from the right side on the offensive line. It's Ivan Mbungu, the running back of the Swiss team.
It's a good hard run right there. That O-line had a good push, and he hit the seam right where it needed to be hit.
You need to run where you had to run. So you're 3rd and 8 now. 8 yards to go, so might be through the air. Not on the ground, or maybe something like a screen, quick receiver screen.
Yeah, you might be thinking 4-down territory here. Might be thinking Might be thinking of a call that will get you not the whole way.
The other thing is, do you want to give such a good field position to the Russians if you don't make the first down?
Yeah.
It's a coach's decision. Through the air. Yes, time. And should get rid of the ball somehow. Gotta throw it away, maybe. Would be the better option.
Yeah,
because he was out of pocket, so he could easily throw away the ball.
I mean, he had time to eat a Gipfeli and drink a cappuccino back there. He's got to get rid of that ball, especially on a 3rd down where you could go for it on 4th down. Offensive line provided great protection there. Quarterback needs to get rid of the ball if nobody's open.
And he's out of the pocket, so there's no intentional grounding anymore. And even if it is, like you throw the ball away, it is safer than getting tackled as a quarterback.
Exactly.
Nice punt again through there to the end zone, I think. Yes, pretty bad bounce. If it bounced it the other way, it could be a good field position. Now it's a touchback on the 20. So the Russians made 10 yards with their defense now.
Field position, battlefield position should be a big one. It's going to be really interesting to see now what Russia comes back with. They just got absolutely stoned on that first series, running the ball to the Switzerland right side, their left side. So maybe we're going to see a couple runs outside, off tackle to the right.
To Dom Lichty's side.
Yeah, not much easier, but
Motion handoff, yes, as you said. And a tackle after 2 yards about. It's also hard to block Domlichti outside, so you can't really reach him very well.
Yeah.
Because he has so long arms and he has power in his upper body. He's like a bodybuilder.
It seems pretty clear that Russia is going to have a tough time, at least at the beginning, just running right at it. So this offense has to be used to set up some play action opportunities for Russia.
And through the middle. And there is some grass for number 21, actually, Dimitri Ni.
And right after I say they're going to have trouble running the ball, they go for 15 yards on a nice counter. Good job by the back right there. Was that 21 again? Was that
21 was running?
That was a really nice job. He didn't really hit it where it was intended to.
But he found a hole.
He did. He popped out the back door. Yeah. And that's the problem with this misdirection offense is you're not sure who has the ball.
And who's running where.
Exactly.
And not everybody's running where he's supposed to run.
Yes.
That makes it hard.
And now Switzerland is packing the box and playing press coverage. They seem to say we are not going to want the ball run on us anymore.
Oh. Yeah, that happens when you don't block your defensive end.
Oh, look, it's Tim Henny again.
Wow. He was shooting through that offensive line.
Yeah, good call right there. They pinched the
I think it was number 2 trying to block him, Sergei Nikolaev, as listed as a wide receiver. You should not put a wide receiver on Tim Henny.
Not a good matchup.
Not a really good matchup. You got to figure out that for sure pretty quick in the game.
Yeah.
It's just a loss of 1 because of the forward progress rule. There's a flag. Tim Henny again. He is destroying this Russian offensive line. Shut again right through the line. Probably offside.
Yeah,
defense.
either offsides or illegal formation. I'm not quite sure. We'll see the replay yet.
As it comes from the, like on the, it's just 1 flag actually. So
it's like it's on Russia.
Okay, too many men in the backfield probably. Declined because third down probably. Yeah, it's third down play now.
Yeah.
So they lost about 4 yards in that play. Tim Henny again shooting through that offensive line.
Making his presence known as expected.
And as more people you have to put on players like Tim Henny, the more you make opportunities for other players because we have pretty good defensive tackles on Switzerland's side. We have Domlichti on the other side who is like well known in football Europe, or at least in football Switzerland. And you don't wanna get in trouble with both of them. So they now know 54 is the guy to avoid.
So far, he's got 4 tackles, and we're not even at the end of the first quarter. That's a pretty good start.
And about 3 for loss. So
that's a pretty good start for him. Let's see what Russia has now on 3rd and very long.
And they have again the receiver number 2 on Henny's side. They have an off-balanced line. I cannot see from here. Now it's actually 72, I think. Maxim Fedorov, offensive lineman, left tackle. He gets beaten by Tim Henny again, but that was some kind of purpose. That was the first screen. That's what you try to open when you play a lot of runs. You open the short passes, and for sure there's the screen plays. Defensive line was rushing twice very hard. Yep. So they were able to fake
Russia's style of offense does not. They don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's why both. What are the chains doing?
No, that was not the 4th down actually.
Oh boy, we're having an issue over here.
Yeah, that was the 3rd.
That was 3rd down.
Yeah. Now they are playing the 4th down now.
Houston, we have a problem. Like I was saying, that's the 2nd 3rd and long that Russia's had, and the 2nd time they've run a screen pass. Just trying not trying to turn the ball over because now they're going to be able to punt the ball. And for the first time today, Switzerland's going to have the ball in less than great field position.
If we do not get a big or good return from Tim Hagman back there.
That's true. It seems, however, that this guy's strategy is to kick the ball away from him.
Yeah, like to the sideline.
But maybe that's because they were backed up. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if they give him a chance. Yeah, they're directional punting.
To the right side.
They're directional punting.
To the 22, 23-yard line on the sideline. Over the sideline. So no chance for a return for Team Switzerland. Good idea, actually. You give them the ball at their own 20, 22-yard line, so they have the whole field walk over. It wasn't as productive as we would have wished for the Swiss team in the first 2 drives. We had a lot of time for the quarterback on passing situations.
Yep.
But no open receivers, or at least he couldn't find them.
I think Team Switzerland needs to get their quarterback in a rhythm now.
Yeah.
So far, he's only thrown the ball in obvious passing situations. He doesn't seem to have gotten into the flow of the game yet. You need to get him some easy completions. Mix that in with the running game.
Yes. Outside run again. Cuts inside. Oh, he lost the ball. That's pretty bad. That's a Russian ball, probably.
That is Russian ball.
Yes.
Yep. First big break of the game goes to
Russia.
To Russia.
From Russia.
Now big first test now for the Swiss defense. They've got sudden change now.
Short field now.
Short field. Now they need to step up and make a play. And for Russia now, maybe here on this first down is maybe they'll go play action here and take a shot at the end zone.
Yeah. Just to make like the safety know that they are here too.
Yeah, because I think everyone in the building right now is expecting a run play.
Because they were almost just run plays.
Yep. Now we got a little wildcat here. 21 is lined up at quarterback.
Look at the motion, pretty high snap, and he's running inside himself, yes. Some kind of read option, but he could have given the ball to 43 because the outside was not so well covered from Swiss defense. There was no gain, actually, on that play.
Still with wildcat. Yeah, you got to pull off the pocket everything you have to try what works best for your team against that defense. Again, to the middle. Very patient play, linebacker from Switzerland, 47, Andreas Buri. He was very patient, saw the ball run through his hole, and made the tackle at 2 yards after the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8. Manageable. Their kicker looked pretty decent in pregame, so they might go for a field goal if they will not go for a first down, or they can make a first down now. Swiss fans are cheering up their defense now. And he's throwing it.
Handoff. He's throwing the ball. Good coverage.
Nice job.
Well covered. 27 from Switzerland.
That's Wilson.
Wilson Niedermude.
There it is.
We talked about from Geneva.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great coverage.
He stood with his man. He almost could pick up the ball. Now they got 4th down. They got to bring the kicking team. Swiss defense has no problem with no offense the Russians have shown now.
That was a huge series for them to go three and out, only gain 3 yards, and now this is not a gimme field goal here. Hard to see the lines on this field, but this appears to be about a 38-yard field goal, let's call it.
Yeah, like for almost 40, 39. The Russians had to take a timeout because they had too many men on the field. They also have to not waste, but have to take a timeout because of technical issues.
Yeah. Another common
it's
feature.
Not what you want.
No, another common feature of national team games, especially again. I mean, both these teams have had what do you call it? Just 2 camps, I believe. Actually, we don't know what Russian had. But to have just 2 weekends to get ready to cover every aspect of a football game is very difficult, especially when this team hasn't been together before. So.
And you have the new coaching staff and the new system. There are a lot of players playing together, but they are not like a team. They are a national team.
Right.
It's not a club team. So same on Switzerland side. They have a lot of players from Bern, about 15. They have the major part of that team. Most of them playing in defense.
Yeah.
So they know each other on the field, and it's always easier to play defense than offense. Always, like on every team you start or you get new on, defense is always better than offense at the beginnings.
So 34 here, who's their punter?
Also their kicker, Homari Grinyaev.
No way, that's blocked.
Oh, that's blocked big time. Oh, and picked up by Tim Hagman. No.
That's Mischler. Mischler wound up scooping that thing up. Boy, that Swiss defensive line just went in there like a sieve. There was a lot of leakage there. You could tell right when the ball was snapped that
they were going to be blocked.
Switzerland was going to get a block there.
And the ball was not really put up in the air. So He kicked it like pretty flat.
Yep. What a huge momentum turnaround. You know, we had the big fumble. Russia has the ball in the red zone, and Swiss defense not only gets the ball back, but gives the offense.
They block the field goal, give the offense a pretty good field position. If the offense can produce something now, that could be a first, not a game breaker, but yeah.
Reiterate, it's time to want to get your quarterback in a rhythm now. I mean, they're not even covering. They're in trips here, and they're not even covering the third receiver.
Yeah, so make some easy short passes.
There you go.
Yes. Yeah, he has open man. He has an open man downfield. Nice catch, actually. You talked about. He got open. It was a nice thrown ball, a little bit behind, but not as well covered as the Russians wish for it. So, and also I think it was the tight end on the right side. That was pretty open.
Nice play there by Wortman going through his progression and putting that thing up, and a nice catch there by Sven Riepel.
That's the kind of plays we like Switzerland need.
It's the first explosive play of the game here. First play over 20 yards.
And now Switzerland is in the red zone. Oh, nice cutback from Moritz Stein here. About a 2-yard gain. Makes it a 2nd and 8 inside 20. You get options because you're close to the end zone. You can take a shot. If you're on 2nd and 8, why not?
I think they're going to let the clock run out. No. A lot of movement down there on the sideline.
Play action.
Get rid of it.
Yeah. Throw it over the line of scrimmage.
Smart
and then
play.
you're fine. Yes. That's what a team needs from the quarterback. Makes more decisions on hurry-up situations. Was pretty well reacted from the defensive end of their team Russia that he didn't went to the fake.
Yeah, Russia's defense has come out and played very well in the first quarter of this game.
We got already quarter.
Yeah.
First 12 minutes are gone. We're in the books, 0-0. Defensive battle, kind of like. Offense mistakes on both sides of the ball. Switzerland had that turnover, lost that turnover with the fumble. But then the defense stepped up pretty big and they even blocked the field goal. So it's still 0-0. No scores on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Switzerland now has a big 3rd down and 7 or 8 coming up.
3rd and 8 about, yeah. And even if you don't make the first down, if you get close, 4th and 1 or 4th and short, I think with this offensive line up front, you can like risk a quarterback sneak or a fullback dive or something like this.
Sure.
For a yard.
Sure.
But yeah, for 8 yards, kind of hard.
No, sneak would not be high on the.
That would be the Cello Brandley call.
Yeah. Can't argue with it. It works for him. That's for sure.
So we just have one wide out to the left. He's really wide out.
Yes, he is. Well, we got 6 offensive linemen in the game.
Oh, so we get some power up front. We get a timeout from Richie Wortman, the quarterback of Team Swiss. Yeah, the 6th lineman, he's not eligible to catch a ball, but he brings mass up front.
Yes. Well, I mean, they've done a really good job of protecting Wortman until now. The only time he was pressured on the bootleg, obviously the line's not protecting him on that. He's faking the run and rolling out, and as you mentioned, the end did a good job holding it. And there was the one play he took a sack, but I think he had the ball for about 14 seconds.
Yeah, the protection was very, very good.
So this Swiss offensive line has done a really good job of establishing the run, although Russia has loaded up and contained the running game.
Yep.
But right now, the Swiss offensive line has been the biggest strength of the offense until now.
Until now, we hope they get a stay of force on the field. That makes the play or the game easier for all the others on the field.
That's right.
So now we have 2 wideouts to the left. We got a tight end and receiver to the right, some kind of twins formation.
Well, the middle of the field is definitely available.
Play action again. Oh, that was not so well thrown ball to number 84 to the right side. Was not bad actually. Got a lot of pressure again. They didn't fall to the fake to the play action.
Yep. Good job by Wortman not taking the sack there, unloading it,
getting rid of the ball,
protecting the field goal, and now it's Switzerland's turn to try a long field goal here. Who's kicking for them here? That's not Niels, is it?
Could be. That's the guy from Bern.
Ah, yeah, Theo Stearman. Yep.
Yeah. He can kick like 700 yards.
That'll be enough.
If he puts it up in the air, that might be good. And ball is on the way, and looks like it's good. Yes, we got the first point of the game. Right. Field goal Switzerland. They had a pretty good field position to start off. They had the one big play from that game to the about 20-yard line, and now they turned it into points.
Key play in that drive, obviously, was a long pass to Riepel. And I think Switzerland now, if they would like to, could let, instead of those bootlegs and long passes, maybe let him throw some short ones.
Yeah, just to make him a little more confident and
make sure there's no pressure and get the ball. There's one-on-one matchups to be had out there, and we really have not seen the secondary tackling the receivers, because you can throw a short pass and break one tackle, it could turn into a big play.
And you don't push you don't push too much body pressure on your quarterback if you get thrown down on every second play.
He's taken some shots so far.
Yeah. That's not nice as a quarterback.
No.
You don't want to get touched. That's why you wear a red jersey in practice. I think the Swiss team has no red jerseys for the quarterback.
That's right. They got depth.
They used to yellow them, maybe. Kickoff, Team Switzerland. First kickoff they do. You can see it's not so high. And to the goal line, return.
They got a
from Team Russia. He's running pretty fast to the 25-yard line, almost 30-yard line. Nice tackle from Team Switzerland here. Not a bad return either. So they start at their own 28-yard line.
Let's see what
kind of offense they bring.
Yeah, they've been searching the first couple drives. The first they came out on their base and were not successful. Went to Wildcat with number 21 playing quarterback last drive. And now,
not successful.
I think this is going to be our third quarterback now.
You got Igor Chemolutski.
There you go.
Yeah, the other quarterback, handoff to number 4. Oh, nice tackle here from behind. That hurts.
Oh, look,
Tim Haney.
It's Tim Haney.
Tim Haney from the back. You don't want to get tackled from Tim Haney. And he's chasing a running back as a defensive end and tackling him from behind. That speaks.
Although Russia did a nice job blocking, it was the backside defensive end that ran that down. They blocked the perimeter real nice. Solid 5-yard gain to open up the drive.
2nd and 5 now. Pretty high snap. Quarterback is going by himself. He's a little bigger than 21, so he can bring a little more power through the middle.
Yeah.
On short yardage situation, 3rd and 2 now.
I'm looking if Beloff is injured, because I can understand why they would rotate him out at quarterback, but he's also a really good wide receiver, and I don't see him on the field. I'm trying to see him on the sidelines.
Should you not use him as a receiver?
Yeah, that he's not on the field at all is a surprise.
Oh. That's also hard to see numbers. He's on the sideline, actually, right at the 40 marker. Another run to the outside. Nice trying to cut, but this is kind of holding from, like 21 was wrapping his defensive player.
2 real nice plays there. Number 10, I believe that's Tim Hagman came up and forced it. And then that was Andreas Burry.
Andreas Burry made the tackle.
Who had a guy still blocking him and fought off it and made the tackle. Great effort by the ball carrier. I can't see.
That was not enough for a first down. So it's 4th and 1 at their own, like, 32.
I'm laughing because the number 21 was arguing
turning the
with the umpire, which is Tom Fott from Germany.
Yeah, and you should not argue with Tom Fott.
Not a good idea.
No. A lot of movement before the play. Sneak.
They got it.
When they changed the rule that you're allowed to help the ball carrier from behind, that made it a lot easier for quarterback to
I think after Reggie Bush did it against Notre Dame. and the whole world went crazy. It was illegal then, but not long after that they legalized it. You could push the ball carrier, you just can't pull him.
You just can't pull him, yeah, but you would not pull him in the usual way.
You don't see that very often. When is Russia going to take a shot now? When is Russia going to take a shot?
Run through the middle. Do you really want to use your quarterback, like even if it's quarterback number 3 today, but do you want to use your quarterback with about 1.90 m something to be the inside runner, your primary inside runner getting hit?
Yeah.
Every play? I don't know.
In some cases, I mean, for example, if Clark Evans is your quarterback.
If you were a tight end for Hawaii and you won, why not?
Maybe that's your style. But
not all the way through the middle.
Yeah. Probably going to be a sweep again. No?
Okay, gets a shotgun. Motion comes in. They tried some kind of hard count.
Yeah, they're going to get a delay. Yep.
They take
another timeout.
Second timeout already?
Yep.
Okay. So both teams have one timeout left only. 9 minutes on the clock. First half. Yeah, let's see what the Russians have in their pockets to play, because there was no deep ball, as you said. Not a single one. There were 2 screens they played.
Yeah.
And everything else was inside runs, more like inside and outside runs.
Yeah, the one thing we saw was the sweep pass on 3rd down and 7, which Wilson deflected. But up until now, they have been very grinded out on offense. And Switzerland is aware of that, and they're appropriately committing guys to the box to stop that run. But they're leaving guys one-on-one. I don't see.
19 is not on the field at all.
No.
He's walking to the sideline now, but he's like walking. He doesn't look
look
like
he's injured, yeah. Maybe they're just rotating. But watching the film of their 2 games, he made a lot of plays for them. So it's a little surprising he's not in right now. Oh boy, that
was a pretty bad ball. That was not just overthrown. That was.
He needed his go-go gadget arms to get to that one.
If he would have catch it, he would have got ballooned by who's number 40 on the Swiss team. Lucas RUS.
Oh yeah.
You will not get hit by Lucas RUS as a receiver when you catch the ball. Not with that speed.
You would not. You would not want that.
3rd and 9 already. Not as productive as before. Another pass. A lot of pressure. Who again? Tim Haney. He's just a beast. There are no words you can say about Tim Haney. That sounds nice. What he's doing.
He has been a factor in the first half of this game.
He has been the factor in the first half.
He has been a factor.
Wow. It's actually nice for him because he has a lot of playing time with the Bern Grizzlies too. And he gets put always the best offensive linemen in front in the Swiss league.
Yeah, that's one of his real strengths is he can play a lot. He can play any position on the defensive line.
Yeah. Shooting through the gap again. Punt to the left on the sideline. Yeah. Switzerland going to start over at their own 18. 8 minutes left, so clock is not already a big factor now. But you try at least to get as much time off the clock as you can.
Yeah, I think now Switzerland really needs to get their offense in gear. They could really use a nice long drive because up until now it looks like their defense is just dominating this game.
Yeah.
Whereas Switzerland's offense has shown flashes, and it'd be really nice if you're Switzerland to put together a nice long drive here and kind of establish.
To make your offense feel good. You guys up front feel good when they feel the blocking scheme works and the running backs taking their holes they should take. Like this now. Nice run, about 10-yard gain, almost 10-yard gain.
Yeah. Real nice push.
Yes.
Real nice push off that left side. Real nice push off the left side.
First down Switzerland. Block runs. It starts running. That's what you want. You want 1-2 plays for a new first down. Feel confident, feel good. And then you got to pull something off. Inside run. Were the defense linemen cutting or were the offense linemen cutting?
I
think it was the defense linemen.
I think the defensive line was submarining there. I think the group they have in there right now, those D tackles, are giving up a lot of kilos to the
93 is not on the field. He was the starter on defense tackle.
I just saw him come out.
He got replaced from 45. That's Sakarlustik. Pretty young guy, 24 years old. Yeah, if you get overrun by an offensive line, it's not a bad thing to just close the holes with their bodies. Nice push again from the left side, and nice effort from the running back here. He made the first down, actually. Ivan Mbungu again.
Yep, so here's the replay here. So you've got Riepel off the edge. You've got 86, that's Theo Stearman as the tight end.
Stearman, yeah.
Federico Ferretti, left tackle. Michel DeRungs, left guard. They've had a couple of really nice plays here. 93's coming back in.
Yeah, they need to push in the middle. He got to be tired at the end of the game. He's pretty old too. He's 20. Well, he's 28. He's not so old. He looks older than he is. Another play action pass. Another 98.
Oh,
which he goes by himself. Oh, that's a late hit. Yeah, that's just plain stupid. Can we call it like you should not go down on a quarterback when you see his feet.
It's tough. If I want to watch the replay again because it looked like that was not really a conventional slide.
He tried to slide, but he stuck to the.
No, it wasn't a very good slide, but he definitely showed he was sliding. So that's definitely a penalty.
So that's a 15-yard penalty. Makes Switzerland a pretty good field position on the 25-yard line. This is just an unnecessary roughness, so there's no consequences.
Nah, he wasn't. Yeah.
But you don't want to get hit as a quarterback like that when you're sliding on the ground and somebody's shooting in.
Yeah.
But that's what, you can do that because you take these 15 yards and maybe you can hurt the starting quarterback of a national team selection.
I don't think he did it on purpose.
I don't think either. But
I think he just couldn't control himself there at the end, and it looked bad because it was such a bad slide.
Well, you want to play ball.
A good slide, you get a little lower, you'd avoid that hit, but. You don't grow up playing baseball here, so there's not as much
diving skills,
slide practice going on.
Was 93 again chasing Richie Wortman?
Yep.
Lucky for him that he was more athletic and faster than 93 defensive end from the Russians. Oh, 98, sorry, not 93. And the ball, very underthrown.
Careful. Once again, just excellent pass protection by this offensive line. I mean, he's back there. The pocket kind of pushes.
He can check down his field twice.
Yeah. The thing you don't want to see is you don't really want to risk a downfield throw like that if you're not sure somebody's open. 1st and 10, you're already in the red zone again.
And do not underthrow it like this.
Yeah,
That can cause plays you don't want to have.
Yeah.
In situations like that. 6.5 minutes in the first half
this
left.
Usually means they're going to dictates come back to the run.
Yeah. Through the middle. And it's 93-86 with the tackle.
Here we go. Called number 93 out here. Where is he?
93 is Roman Galiev.
He's doing a nice job.
Tackle.
Doing a nice job plugging that hole. He's
a pretty big guy. He's probably the
yeah.
biggest guy on the roster from the Russians. So
Switzerland was hitting him off that left side, and they stuck him in there, and he's holding his ground a bit better now. This is a key third down now. Switzerland has got to come up with a conversion here, and at the same token, Russia needs to stop them here to get them out of the keep them out of field goal range.
So if they make 2 or 3 yards, they got to go for the field goal then.
You would think.
If they don't, we got to see if they play the 4 then. That was somebody not blocked. Ooh, that would be a better option, a little more downfield. Number 8 was like wide open, Moritz Stein.
We'll say that was an excellent job by Wortman that time. Russia sent a blitz that was not accounted for. There was a free guy coming off of Wortman's right side, and he just absolutely avoided that sack and kept the play alive. On paper, that should have been a sack out of field goal range, but at the very least, he got outside the pocket, and now Switzerland has a
field goal.
A 46-yard field goal.
46, yeah, pretty far.
Yeah, that is no chip
shot.
Not
so windy. But it is a little windy. There are no flags on the goalposts. We can see the wind actually, but there are trees around the stadium. No, too short. Way too short. Through the post, through the upright spot on the floor.
And that's a shame because that spoils a really nice long drive that Switzerland has. But, Russia's known for letting their opponents drive deep into their territory.
And not let them score.
And then shut them down. They've been doing that for a couple hundred years, so why stop now?
Could have been a first down if Richie Wortman would have seen Moritz Stein. He was like wide open on the first marker, the first down marker.
Speaking as a former quarterback, it is much easier to play quarterback from 20 rows up in the stands than in the pocket. So
yeah. And you don't do bad decisions on purpose.
If I could throw it from up here, push a button, it'd be...
Yeah, would be easier.
Okay, so now we got Baton back in the game. Or Beton, sorry.
We got a pretty heavy offense.
Ooh, they got something there.
Where's the ball in the middle?
21, yeah.
21
so
again.
They tried something new there. They ran fly, sweep, fake, and they ran a power play. Watch here. You can see the whole line blocked down. They arced it, actually, and the left guard pulled through. And
shoot through the hole.
Yep. And again, with the misdirection, it's hard to see who's got it. And that's
from here.
Yeah. 2nd and 3 now. That's their best first down and 10 play of the game right there.
And showing some blitz. Oh, nice tackle. Wow. Talk about 54 again. That was a tackle for about -2 yards. The backside defensive end shooting through that whole offensive line to tackle the running back is running already in that direction.
I just have this vision in my head, Dr. Evil saying, can someone put a bell on him or something? I think he's got 8 or 9 tackles now.
Yeah, I know, like 4 for loss, sack. There's a pass. Oh,
nicely played.
Nice play.
Burry, yep.
Burry again.
Real nice job, Burry, reading that play action
yeah.
and undercutting that route. That would have been there. Really
Even
nice
if
play.
he would not been there, Tim Hackman would be there to safety. Pretty well. He plays. So 3 and out. That's what they were hoping for. Team Switzerland. The Russians will not rush a lot because they want to tick down the clock as much as they can, but it was an incomplete pass, so the clock starts and ready for play. So this time it's a nice deep punt.
Let's go.
Hackman should take the ball and run and not just to the 20. That's okay. He should take off a little more speed from the beginning. If he decides to return, maybe. But it was not that bad, actually.
One thing I've noticed is how few penalties there have been in this game until now, which is a really nice thing to see.
Yeah, it's not not usual in Switzerland.
You said that, not me.
I was one of these guys. I will not blame the refs in any way, but I think they're on an international competitions. They are always more. Not solid, not more social.
They're letting them play.
Yeah,
they're letting them play,
and that's what I think it should be a good thing. Yeah, should also adapt to the league, at least to the best leagues of the country. But sometimes, you have all just experienced refs here, so that makes it easier for you as a ref, and your crew is well experienced. And that ball was overthrown a little.
I think we had a miscommunication here because 2 receivers were running a route and 1 receiver was blocking.
Good that nobody saw that. So 2nd and 10, a little more than 4 minutes left in the first half. Of that heavy defense game.
As expected.
As expected.
Yeah.
A run through the middle. At least a try. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Russia's defense, despite being undersized, they've held up real well. They've held
Especially
up
in the
real
middle.
Well. Yeah.
Also, the containing is pretty well.
And now another 3rd down. I don't know what our what Switzerland's 3rd down conversion rate is today, but it can't be great. It'd be nice to get one here if you're Team Switzerland.
Could be pretty important also clockwise because it gives you some breathing room. Oh, blitz through the middle. Bad pass to the right. There's a flag in the backfield, so that could be either a holding against the offense.
I think it was holding.
Looks like a holding against the offense. Yeah, that blitz was free. There was nobody blocking Roman Pavlenko this time. So they can choose now. They can decline it and take the 4th down, or they got to go back to another 3rd down.
I would say they're going to decline this.
Yeah. 4th down, yeah. Now they got to bring out the punt team. That's on this side. That's what the Russian wanted. Right. A quick 3 and out to get the ball back in a not so bad position, maybe. Yeah, the passing game from Team Switzerland is not as good as it should be to make it some kind of serious threat.
Well, again, you know, they've had 2 camps, 4 practices, basically 5. You know, getting that kind of coordination, timing down, is very difficult to do. Ooh, they went for the block.
A lot of pressure, and the ball was out on about the 50. Yeah, the Russians start on the 40 of Team Switzerland. Best field position so far, beside the fumble they had.
It's great work by Russia's defense. They've been on the field the whole first half, and they've given their offense the ball now twice on the other half of the field. Just cannot say enough about both defenses. But here, Team Russia coming into this game, their defense has been up to the task, and they're the reason why they're still in this game.
That's true. Let's see what Swiss defense has to show. The Russian has about 9 men in the pocket or in the tackle box. And they go with the motion, and he keeps the ball, gets deep, and
good play call. Very good play call. First and 10. They've been running it on every play. They go play action boot, and the tight end who's lined up at right tackle on an unbalanced line is wide open. And unfortunately for Russia, they can't get a completion there. That was a good play call.
It was a good play. Was not as good executed as they planned it, but was a good play.
Yeah. Oh my. What an effort.
Did he run free again?
No, he got tackled. That should have been about a 5-yard loss, but number 43, that is Stefan Gilschik. Sorry about that. That was an unbelievable effort because Switzerland had that perfectly defended. They had 3 or 4 guys with a shot at a tackle with him for a loss, and he muscled it back and actually gained a yard.
He still worked forward somehow.
Yeah.
3rd and 9. They switch sides. They have an unbalanced offensive line, actually. They have 3 offensive linemen to the right side, 1 to the left beside the center. So they expect to run outside to the right, but it's going to be... Oh, that's the play we saw before.
That is the exact same play that we saw on first down, run to the other side, and this time...
It worked out.
They got it, yep.
Cedric Corday, the DB, was not a so solid tackle. Maybe it was already over.
Pass complete to Sergei Nikolov.
Sergei Nikolaev, yeah.
Oh, forgot that E.
First down in the red zone for the Russians. 2.5 minutes on the clock. And run through the middle. And he's tanking.
Nicely done there.
Pushing.
So most of the run plays have been to the direction the motion's coming, and that time they went with a fake fly sweep and came back with counter GT the other way. I don't know if they've done that until now.
Dimitri Nee through the middle.
Nice
9-yard gain, 2nd 1. No huddle offense.
Sweep here. This will be sweep.
Yes, but he cuts back inside this time. And he almost made it to the end zone. No, it's a 5-yard line, actually. So first down, Team Russia. 1st and goal on the 5-yard line of Team Switzerland. They're knocking on the door now.
Yeah, they don't want to score too fast now because then they'll give...
they don't want to give too much time to Team Switzerland.
Yeah, but you can just feel the momentum shift right now.
And through the middle and in.
That was a nice run. Holy cow.
Nice truck at the end.
How about you, Team Russia? That was a nice drive right there.
That was a very nice drive, yeah.
Good play calling, good execution.
Yes,
and
very good execution.
Great effort there by the ball carrier. Is that knee again? Yep.
And some things to fix for Team Switzerland. Like the play they had to the right side, to the left side with the tight end.
Yeah, that's the first time that there's
Nobody-
been some breakdowns in
Yeah.
Team Switzerland. You know, Team Russia has been probing and probing and probing, but
Now they found something.
Yeah,
and they
that's
can't fix it in the same drive.
that's
so.
right. Swiss defense
Hard.
has to regroup at halftime, and
Yes.
frankly, they've got to be on the field less, and that's
Yeah, Russians coming out with their offense.
team effort there.
somehow.
Team effort.
That ball is in Germany now. No, Germany's the other
Yeah,
direction.
that's right.
It's in Italy. It's over the stadium's fence, actually. Yeah, it's 1.5 minutes left for Team Swiss. They got to return the ball, maybe. So, yeah, let's see how the momentum.
Huge momentum shift
Yes.
there. I mean, Russia's offense had no life at all
Yeah,
the
all
entire
game long.
first half, and they get the shank punt, good starting field position. They blow the first play, and then they come and they spring to life. They come back with that play action play that they blew on first down. They get it on third down, and then they punch it in from there. Really nice drive.
Nice executed drive.
Yep.
Sure.
Now Switzerland has 1 minute and 32.
One timer left.
They have time to answer if they get good field position here.
Yes. But they also have time to do another big mistake and give the momentum even more to Team Russia.
I think where they start this drive will have a lot
Yeah,
to do with their
yeah.
play selection. Because you're absolutely right. The last thing you want to do now is
doing some big
turning
mistakes,
turning the ball over and put your defense on the field again.
Yeah.
Because Switzerland's defense has been on the field a lot in the first half.
Nice deep kick. Gotta kneel it down in the end zone. Touchback on the 25, so 75 yards to go. Actually 65 because of the short field, but yeah, it's all field long. So
What do
we
we
got to start off with a pass,
No,
maybe.
on the
or-
20. Oh, yeah, international
games are
yeah.
starting on 20, not 25 now.
Yeah, you're probably going to see a couple runs here, and if they can pop one, then you might see them take to the air. But I would really be surprised to see them.
You don't want to turn over the ball
Throw
in
it.
any
Yeah.
way.
Now that I've said that, they'll throw an 80-yard touchdown. But
Well, yeah. Sweep to the left. He gets tackled at the
yeah,
2 yards after the line of scrimmage.
yeah they've got to get the ball in this guy's hands more in the second half. He had that one big
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
and he's been trying. He's been trying to get open.
Stein's coming in for. He's limping.
Is that
I've been in Bungu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Should have hurried a little. Just 5 seconds left on the play clock. Okay. Run through the middle. Moritz Stein. 1 more yards. They gotta let the clock run down, I think. Yeah.
They got to run one more play.
Yeah, they got one more
They
play.
got to run one more play.
But then they go to 4 down, and they
Yeah.
might stop the clock. Then the Russians.
I
because
doubt it.
don't think
This
so.
last play, if they time it up right, they can run out the clock.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
just scramble around somehow and get tackled somewhere on the field. So not in your own end zone, but and not run out of the sideline, please. Should have waited a little more. Whoops, this was not so. 3 seconds, well, 4 down, 3 seconds, yeah. Why you want to give him a chance to return that ball? Like, can you kick it to the sideline 100% sure and end that half?
That would not be a bad idea. That would not be a bad idea.
If you're able to do, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You certainly do not want to kick the ball. There's no reason to kick the ball to this guy.
No.
If the ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that should take away 3 seconds. The
Yes.
Russians taking their last team. No, Russians are taking their last team timeout.
So this is, yeah.
Like 4 seconds 4 seconds can be long, but after snap, after punt,
This
yeah.
is why you probably didn't want to throw it on third down, because if
Yeah.
I had a nickel to bet, I would say that what he's doing now, the coach, is he's just going to call for an all-out block, because a return here is unlikely.
Yeah.
If the ball gets kicked, you're not going to be able to run an offensive play anyway. And honestly, if you rough the kicker all you're going to
You
get
give 'em a-
15 yards and one untimed down from the minus 40.
Yeah, so
You might see in just like an all-out effort to block the punt, because the only way the Russians can get anything out of this
just get the ball in their hands and run into the end zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's really the
Yeah.
only thing. So that might be what they're doing right now.
Would be a smart move for sure. The punt team from Switzerland is not that big as the offensive line is, so there was actually no offensive lineman in that blocking.
Yeah.
And they had some kind of troubles on the last punt.
Well, that does not look like an all-out block attempt here.
Not all out, but still a lot of people up front. And
Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lordy.
yeah, take that 4 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very nice job with the punter there of extending that play.
but he still could have kicked it somehow.
No, he was right
yeah.
to not risk it. Just
Yeah,
try to make the whole 4 seconds run off the clock.
and
That's
be sure that we go to halftime.
That was a heck of a
It's
play.
a 7-3 lead for Team Russia. Team Switzerland took the lead first with their field goal. And Team Russia came back pretty strong. They got to come back with the offense in the second half. Let's see how the Swiss defense can adapt, can improve to that new plays they did.
Yeah, we'll come back shortly before the start of the second half, and we'll talk about what
Yes.
adjustments the teams need to make, at least in our eyes. And certainly been an exciting game. Promises to be an exciting finish.
Hopefully. See you in the second half. Welcome back to Team Switzerland against the Russian Federation. Plays 9 game today. There's a small lead for the Russian team coming from the first touchdown. At the end of the first half, they took the lead 7-3. It was a good drive to put together. They had a pretty good effort from their defense. They gave them the ball at the 40-yard line of the Swiss national team. And then they were able to make it to the end zone, first time of the day.
Yeah, I think if you look at the overall flow of the game, it would seem like Switzerland would be winning the game. But as you pointed out, that last drive before the half for Team Russia, they got good field position and they punched it in. And now you look to the second half, and I think there's a couple questions both teams, have to answer. I think for Team Russia, they seem to have found their flow on offense. Can they continue to keep it up? Can they continue to mix in the occasional play action pass, especially on 1st and 10? And can they put another score on the board? Because they had the ball about 6 times and only scored once on a short field. I don't know if 7 is going to be enough to win the game. And
I don't think so.
And if you're Team Switzerland, I think, the defense has to maybe now play more honestly in the second half, and not that whole drive. Half that drive was that one pass play. Yep. I'm not sure if Russia is able to go 50, 60 yards down the field running the ball. But I think the bigger answer would be, Switzerland's offense. And I think, the passing game definitely needs to improve. And I think, as you and I, the first thing we said to each other when we sat down is, should Switzerland consider a change at quarterback? And we both were sitting here watching Nicholas Messmer warming up here on the sidelines. And Rich Wortman does not have his helmet on.
But offense of Russia is first on the field.
That's true. That's true.
He is not in a rush, actually.
Yeah. I would say based on the body language on the sidelines, I think that Switzerland's going to make a change to Messmer. And I think that's...
Messmer's a pretty young but a pretty versatile quarterback. He played for the Basel Gladiators a couple snaps, and he performed not so bad.
Yeah.
He gets rid of the ball pretty quick. He has a pretty good arm.
Yeah.
He's not the tallest one. He's not the most athletic one. But he's a good overall player, and, we'll see if he will be on the field. Looks like, because he's putting a helmet on. Richie Wortman is not.
Just the way the players are responding to him on the sidelines. I think they decided to make a change. But now, first drive of the second half is big for Switzerland's defense to kind of reestablish control of the game.
Nice kick. 10 return through the middle. And the tackle is made on the 30-yard line about. So Switzerland defense was outstanding in the first half, especially number 54, to name it again, Tim Haney. He had felt about 15 tackles, 2 sacks, I think 1 sack, 5 or 6 tackles for loss. He was shooting through that offensive line. Will they be able to handle him in any way in the second half?
He's been outstanding, but the entire unit, Wilson at corner, Bouri made multiple plays at linebacker. But let's see what we have in store for the second half.
Press coverage on the receiver. And there's a run through the middle. Gets tackled to about 1 yard deep. One referee is on the 30. The other one is a 1 yard deeper. He has the spot, okay. 2 yard gain about on the first inside run. You try to tire him off. But I talked to Andrew Mattes in the halftime, and he played against Tim Haney, whole Swiss ball long. And that man has a motor for 4 quarters. Yeah. He's playing the same speed, the same power every snap on the field.
Oh, no, not again.
They should start put somebody on that.
Same play.
Yes.
Same play.
And they had a halftime long to fix that. It wasn't addressed pretty well then.
The one tricky thing about that is that this guy is coming off the position that's normally right tackle.
He's cross field too.
And sometimes it's hard to pick that up. Obviously, it's been a problem for Team Switzerland now. That's the 3rd time he's been open, and the 2nd time he's caught it.
Yeah, 2nd time for a first down, for a big first down. Run to the left, middle tackle. 4 yard gain. Yeah, the Russian offense is better than they were in the first half. Sure. They start over where they left the first half.
You could see that they were kind of searching for identity in the first half, and they seem to have, of course, now that we've said that, they've taken baton out of the game and put their running back in the Wildcat set.
Because he's the better runner, but he's stopped now.
Yeah.
Henny, Liechti, and I think 47, now 44 this time. Team Switzerland.
I would say if they're charting their plays, they'll find that their Wildcat package has not been their most successful so far.
And if you get a high snap like this time, you're completely off timing.
Yeah.
So that destroys the play by himself when you play a defensive line like Team Switzerland has.
Big third and 10 coming up.
The quarterback number 3 is on the field again. No, it's number 1 actually. Oh, nice screen pass to the right. Cuts back inside. He avoids the tackle and no first down yet. But on the 30-yard line, so you kick either a 48-yard field goal, but you do not do.
They're going for this.
Yeah, 4th and 1. They already had a 4th down conversions with a sneak. And I would bet they get a try it again.
And another screen pass on 3rd and long and timeout.
Timeout for timeout Team Switzerland or Team Russia. Yeah, how you can stop a 4th and 1 inside run? This is like almost impossible.
I don't know if they're going to run the ball. Maybe they'll run off tackle. They're not going to run the ball in the A gaps. It's not going to be a sneak.
You don't think a sneak again?
I don't think so. I think you got to expect Switzerland to pinch those ends. They're going to try to get Henny in the B gap, Liechti in the B gap, linebackers coming off the edge.
Make some space on the outside.
If you don't play action, which might be a shot for a home run, if you don't do that, then you're probably running power off tackle, where you're trying to like trap all those defensive linemen inside, kick out that blitzing linebacker and run it in the crease off the C gap. But we'll see.
Box is
shotgun,
loaded.
huh?
Shotgun, okay. So
here we go.
They get a shift to their standard formation.
Yeah, power.
And then, oh, and he's done. He threw the line. That's Kirill Zavyalov. I think it's first touch today. It's a touchdown.
Well, that wasn't 21?
It was 22, actually.
Oh, wow. Yep. Power play, down, kick out, and it was.
Then he saw grass.
Just ran right through the tackle of Mischler there. That was the one that sprung him for the touchdown. That's
not the start Swiss team wished for.
Not at all. Russia's now put a lot of pressure on Team Switzerland's offense. Switzerland's offense needs to respond right now on this next drive
to keep the game alive. Russians are not here for holiday, that's for sure. Through the uprights. No, it's not good.
Okay.
That could be important.
10-point game, touchdown and a field goal.
Touchdown and a field goal to tie. Touchdown, field goal, extra point to tie. Yeah.
What an effort by Team Russia. Coming in here with 38 guys. Long trip. Wasn't even sure if they were going to play until 3 weeks ago. And horrible start to the game for them, especially on offense.
They actually got the confirmation, I think, about on Tuesday that all the visas are done and everything is set. They had to book the flights before and all the stuff, and they couldn't even be sure to be here today. So,
and to come out and Switzerland looked clearly like they were the better side at the outset of this game. But Team Russia has found answers.
They stepped up.
And they've got a 10-point lead, but we have a long way to go here.
Yes. Game is on the line. More than 10 minutes in the third quarter. Nice deep kick. Stein is running out the ball, returning it. Oh, that was poor blocking. Team Switzerland here. Number 12, Ivan Goloveshkin, running back from Team Russia, made a nice tackle here. He avoided the block, actually, and we're just tackling the returner.
Big play now. Puts him inside the 20-yard line to start the drive.
Start on your own 50 with a new quarterback on the field. Nicholas Messmer is taking over. Richie Wortman is on the sideline. We expect a little more passing plays then maybe. Low snap, inside run to the left.
Yeah, I think as you just said, that's another solid game. Switzerland has been able to consistently run the ball. I think if they need to mix in some pass plays, especially on non-traditionally passing downs.
Yes.
I think that's the missing answer here. If they can threaten the Russians with both the run and the pass, they'll probably be able to move the ball in the second half.
It can be a factor then, more a factor than they are right now, because the blocking is still good on pass protection. Pass protection is pretty solid from Team Switzerland. Nice bounce to the outside. Stefaner now. It's Molstein. He made the first down, not yet, I think. It's short.
Just short.
Yeah. 3rd and 1. Manageable 3rd down for sure, but you should not do any mistakes on short 3rd downs. And no fancy plays.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, we don't have statistics in front of us, but Switzerland's been able to average probably 4 or 5 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they run, they're pretty productive. When they pass, they're not. Not yet. Not in the first half. Okay, we have a shift.
Well, we're not in Canada.
Took a timeout, so you can't motion 2 guys. But you can shift them, actually. So, yeah. These are things that happen in national teams sometimes because you just don't have the time.
First game in this system.
Yes.
I mean, Coach Menson's been running this offense since August, and they've had 2 camps, which is
not a lot of time.
Not a lot to
especially for offense.
Yeah, to have all these different little things installed perfectly. Such miscommunications are to be expected.
And usually motions are not the biggest part of your practice in national team camps.
Yeah, if all 11 guys are lined up right, you're kind of happy at first. Obviously,
if you have 11 guys on the field, you're happy.
Yeah,
first,
and
so.
as the team gains more experience together, you can elevate your level of play.
Your level, then you can adapt your system to the players too, as long as you know the players. And Armand, for sure knows a lot of players from the Swiss league, but it's still not the same playing in the league than in the national team. So no pass play yet for Nicolas Mesmer, quarterback. Looks like a...
Oh, how about you?
Oh, this is probably good.
Boy, if he made that, that was all second effort.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's short. Looks like they motioned Stein like as a receiver to under center and tried to sneak it, but
was not really successful.
No, they said niet.
Yeah. But it was too obvious that he gets the ball on the run. And the Russians are a pretty experienced team. They are not like young guns.
Not at all. They've probably seen that trick before.
Punt 3 and out. That's not what Switzerland wanted to do. Oh, bad snap. It's still not bad punt with a good bounce. Could it be? He returned it to the 32-yard line about. Good effort from the Swiss punt team.
Yeah, twice in a row now this punter has taken a bad snap and really saved the day. That easily could have turned into a big change of possession, but instead he was able to get it off and flip the field, and now Russia has the ball on its own 32, which is not terrible field position, but not
it's not that bad actually.
No, but not like what they've had. They've had the ball twice in their end of the field in the first half.
Yeah, long snapping is not a. It's a big thing in the game. It's not. It's easy. It looks easier than it actually is.
Definitely.
Especially also on special teams. But I don't know. I think there is no punter that likes low snaps.
No.
Because you lose the vision of the field, and you can get hammered when somebody comes through that line. He's keeping the ball himself. Yeah. Oh, that was a hard one. That was a hard hit from Martineau.
So what Switzerland has done is they've moved Tim Henny, like we talked about earlier. He can play any position. They moved him from end to tackle because Russia was hurting them with some off-tackle runs.
Okay.
And now they've come back and run sweep on the very first play.
Because he's not on the tackle anymore.
Yeah, this coaching staff from Russia is doing an excellent job.
Good job. Pass. Nice pass. At least he was covered this time.
I was going to say, the good news is we had him covered.
We had somebody on.
The bad news is he made the play anyway. That's a very fine catch.
It was a little bit.
I'll let you handle
mismatched.
the Russian pronunciation of names.
Sergei Nikolaev.
That's a heck of a catch. That's another one by Sergei. He's now got 3 of those.
He's pretty tall, actually. We don't have the sizes here, the measurements, but he looks pretty tall on the field. He's pretty skinny too, but.
And all of a sudden, we've entered a really critical phase in this game because Team Switzerland absolutely needs to get a stop here. And
desperately.
The only good thing I can say about the second half for Team Switzerland is Russia has used 2 of its 3 timeouts in the first half of the third quarter. So
that can be a factor later in the game.
Yes.
But if you take a lead with 3 scores.
Well, they minimally have to stop them to a field goal here.
Yeah.
And they've played really well, Team Switzerland's defense, the entire game. These last 2 drives now, Team Russia has found some answers, and now it's really up to that defense and then that coaching staff to make the adjustments.
Especially for that playoff, for the tight end or for the.
Yeah, they've made that adjustment. They had a guy there who was in good position. It just there was a good well thrown ball by Beton, and the guy's a bit taller than the DB that's covering him. That's not what's going to get you in trouble. It's when he runs uncovered. But now they have to really come off this series of drives. Worst case scenario, giving up a field goal. And for Team Russia, if they can score a touchdown right now, then Team Switzerland's going to be under real pressure because they're going to have to throw the ball, which up until now they have not done successfully.
Pass again? No.
Just
run to the middle.
And this is the thing about this offense. If you haven't prepared for it, if you don't know it's coming, and I'm not sure if we did or didn't, but you've got so much misdirection coming at you, and even up here with a clear view of the field, you can't tell who has the ball.
I thought the quarterback had the ball.
Yeah, and when you're playing linebacker and you got all those linemen in front of you, it's really hard to know where to go. But nonetheless, only a gain of 2 or 3.
Inside run, 21. Dimitrini. Through the middle.
Russia seems to have found an answer with that power play. They're faking the sweep, and then they're down blocking with the right guard, right tackle, and the tight end is actually arc blocking. And the left guard's pulling around and leading through that C gap. They've been hurting Team Switzerland with that here in the second half, and also on that last drive before the half.
And it's hard to react on defense on plays like that because it's not like every play coming at you like this then.
Correct.
And the time you need to react, there are 2 more yards for the other team then. Through the middle, that's going to be stopped. That was pretty important stop here from Team Switzerland. So that 4th down and 5, they got to kick it. They got to make it a 13-point lead, still a 2-score game then.
What are we looking at? 25. That's a 42-yard field goal then, huh?
That's a 4-1. You put somebody back there to return the ball.
I was going to say, that's a risky call here because you're going to have to kick the ball. You can't expect him to kick it with a lot of height. And the penetration that Switzerland got on the first field goal attempt was pretty impressive. So this is a pretty big risk Russia's taking here.
He got rid of the ball pretty quick, and it's through the uprights.
And Team Russia says, take that.
Yes. We learned from the first, and we made it better on the second. So it's a 13-point lead now. It doesn't change a lot to the score we had before. So the 3 points were the best of the worst options for Team Switzerland.
Nice job by the defense answering the bell right there.
Yeah.
They gave up that long pass. And
then they made the stop.
And then they rallied and stopped it and held them to 3. And they're still very much in this game now. 2 touchdown difference with 4:30 left in the third quarter. But the offense now has to get itself
They need to keep
going.
They need to go. Yeah. They need to produce something to the scoreboard, even if it's at least a field goal. But they want to have a touchdown for sure. I'm pretty sure we got to see some passing games now. or some pass plays now from Nicolas Messmer.
Yeah, they've got to try to throw the ball in running situations and take advantage of those one-on-one matchups. And they don't have to throw it on every down, but they need to mix those in to, number one, get the quarterback in a rhythm, and then number two, to keep Rush's defense honest.
And it opens also your run game.
Exactly.
So, and the run game was not bad, actually.
No, Switzerland's run game has been pretty decent all night.
Tim Hackman is returning. He's following his
They
blockers
got something.
to the
They
right.
got something.
They got some yards here, yes. He's going to the 34, 35-yard line. Nice return here. Good field position for the offense. So there's not too much pressure on the young quarterback from Team Switzerland now.
You know, he's young, but he's played in a lot of games. He's played in the Swiss Bowl. I remember the Swiss Bowl we played against Basel in 2017. They had him out there at the end of that game. In 19, and also this last season, and I think they've committed to him as their starter for next year. So, yeah, he is a younger quarterback, but he has some experience. He can definitely lead this comeback.
He's going by himself. If the blocking would be a little better there.
I say that's his buddy too. That's his
teammate.
That's his teammate. Help me out, man.
Then he got to see some grass. Yeah, that could be an option too, because he still can throw the ball, or you can mix in some bootleg plays and throw the ball. And
like Wortman, he's a dual threat. He can run. I wouldn't say he's a guy you want to run 15 times, but he can definitely run as he showed there.
Run to the left here, 5-6 yard gain, 3rd and 3. The end of that run, close to midfield.
Yeah, we'll call it 3. A short 3.
Yeah. Pretty important 3rd down now.
Yeah. Yep.
If you make the 1st down, you might be in the outer half. Trying to let him jump, maybe not. Run and done, yes.
Ooh.
Nice run, actually, to the 40-yard line. Ivan Mbungu.
Yeah. We don't need to be making the eating symbol. We haven't scored a touchdown yet, but that was a heck of a run coming off left tackle. Good blocking at the point of attack by the offensive line. Dimitri Feller was lead blocking, and a very nice run.
Very well executed
by the young back right there. Yeah.
Four receiver set for Switzerland. Too tight to the right. He's keeping the ball and he's throwing the ball, but.
Yeah, the naked boot action there, naked boot meaning you're faking a run play and not blocking the defensive end. You know, the Russian ends have been staying home and pressuring the quarterback on that particular
But
kind of
maybe
play.
opens some kind of not draw plays, screen plays to the play side, tackle play side, and then because if they are rushing that hard, they might fake him.
The one thing I have not seen tonight, that to my knowledge, is just a regular quick pass. You know what I mean? Just a simple old three-step drop one and gun now. Just a simple quick throw to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and get an easy completion.
Maybe that's not in Orma Menson's system. He's getting off by himself, gets the 1st down. He gets wrestled down to the 1st down, I think.
Switzerland taking a page out of Russia's playbook with the fake sweep, and then gap blocking and a nice run by Messmer there, fighting for the 1st down.
Yeah, and he won the fight this time. You're now on the 30-yard line, so pretty productive drive for Team Switzerland now. Hopefully they got to go for the end zone somehow. Oh, that was a miscommunication on quarterback running back.
Yeah.
Fake handoff to the wrong side is
And again,
bad.
You know, first time these guys have played together. It's
2 months ago.
Some of the fans are like, "How could that happen?" Hey, you practice 4 times, you're not going to get everything perfect. But obviously, that's not a very good time for that to happen.
Nope. 2nd and 13, 2nd and 12. Sweep, cuts back inside, but no. Not really. Sun Ripple here. There were too many red jerseys in front of him.
Yeah, he might have wanted to take that thing a little further outside there. He got the handoff there. He saw that 34 pop off the block, so he dipped inside. But if he maybe dipped back out,
he could have beat 34 then. Maybe Omari Grinyaev.
So now the important thing, if you're calling plays for Switzerland now, is it's 3rd and 11, but you're on the plus 31. So you're probably going to go for this on 4th down. So you don't necessarily have to throw one at the sticks.
No, you can make a short one, like 4 or 5 yard gain, and then you got to try this 4th and.
Yeah, I mean if it's there, you can go for it, but there's nothing wrong with checking it down and giving yourself a makeable 4th down.
Pass. Yes, time. He gets rid of the ball. Oh, that could be catchable.
Once again, excellent protection by the offensive line.
Dominic Stuckey here.
Messmer did a nice job of buying time, rolling out, and he put that ball right where it had to be.
Yeah, and suddenly not catched from his receiver. So that's a 4th and 11 now.
Yeah, you've got to go.
31, you don't do a 48-yard field goal. Doesn't make any sense. You don't punt in that situation, so you just go for it. You give them the ball in their own 30 if you fail.
We're not going to get a playoff.
But I take the timeout. Looks like Team Switzerland, yes.
Yeah, that's just another function of new staff. It's hard to have a play ready for every single possible situation.
Yeah.
And that's what happened here. So Team Switzerland is going to take a timeout and come talk it over and try to find the right answer here on this very critical 4th down. There's 43 seconds left now in the 3rd quarter, so we're very close to the start of the 4th, and Team Switzerland is down by 13 points.
Got to put 3 receivers in the end zone and let one 10 yards short just to get the 1st down.
Yeah, I think the one area of the field that we really haven't attempted to attack is the middle.
Yeah, behind the linebackers.
Yeah, so I think perhaps if you have a couple guys clear out and one guy run a dig at the sticks.
To make the 1st down then, you have an option, There was not a lot of situations we were able to see how the receivers of Team Switzerland can go open downfield. 30 yards is not that far to the end zone, so speed is not the most important skill you need now. Good protection. Not a bad ball.
Oh, my goodness, what a catch.
He's in. He's in for a touchdown. Oh, there's no touchdown signal yet. It was Dominic Gruber who made an incredible catch at the 1-yard line.
He just took that ball away from that DB.
Wow. That was the play Team Switzerland needed for sure in this
Once
situation.
again, very solid protection by the O-line. Messmer put it up, and there's 2 DBs there.
Ooh, and he just went in the middle of these 2 DBs,
and that's
taking the ball up in the air.
That's the kind of play Switzerland has been eating all night, and now see if they can punch it in.
They got to start in gun. Give it to Ibani Mbungu. He's in. Touchdown, Switzerland. So it's not the veteran quarterback Richie Wortman that leads Team Switzerland to their first touchdown since 2016, you said. It's Nicky Messmer, the official backup quarterback, with a very nice thrown ball. The ball was not so good thrown, but the pick of the receiver was just great. That's what Team Switzerland needed, actually. That's for sure. They got to go for 1 because then that's a 6-point game.
Yep, we got ourselves a ball game.
We got a game back, yeah. 3rd quarter will end in a couple seconds. 22 seconds left. Oh, bad snap. He was somehow trying to throw the ball. It was a fire call.
That was like Keystone Cops right there. The snapping for Team Switzerland has been less than outstanding tonight.
Yeah. Especially on special teams.
And now you get yourself in a situation where you could have been down by just 6, and now you're down by 7.
Yeah.
Which will lead to a very interesting question later on, perhaps. But
Russia had a missed PAT too.
Yeah.
But they missed the kick. They did not mess it up.
And now you get this. You can hear the crowd coming to life. Looked like the entire third quarter. It looked like Russia was pulling away with this game. They ended the first half with the touchdown to go into the locker room up. They came out and scored on the very first drive, and Switzerland's offense struggled throughout the quarter. But that drive right there gets them back in the game and gets the fans back in the game. And you definitely see a difference in the body language on the sideline now at Team Switzerland. They are very much in this game, and now it's up to Russia to answer.
Yes, it's up to Swiss defense to keep that momentum alive. Nice high kick to the sideline. Oh, that's the kind of play you want to see for Team Switzerland. Yeah, he dropped the ball with no contact. Alexander Yatsunenko, but he recovered it. Good, lucky play for Team Russia. That could be a neck breaker. On that situation, if you get...
Yep. It's a good thing he dove on that. Otherwise, it would have been like Squid Game.
I'm not sure they would have taken him back home with the team.
It's a long walk back to Moscow. It's a long walk home.
But good for him, he did it. So let's see what Team Swiss defense... Run through the middle, stopped very fast. 2-yard gain, but still a 2 or 3 yard gain.
Yeah, they really found a play. They've been running this power play throughout the third quarter, and it's been working. What Switzerland has tried to do to take away the running game is pinch the gaps and bring the linebackers off the edge. And by down blocking everybody, you kind of trap all those pinching linemen, and you kick out that blitzing linebacker. And there's a little crease right there.
Yeah. And even if it's just 2 or 3 yards, but these yards you have like almost for guarantees.
Yeah, and that's what they weren't getting in the first half. And so, that the key will be, can Switzerland prevent another explosive play? Because I believe both their touchdown drives were sparked by that same play action pass.
Yeah, to number 2.
To number 2, the unbalanced tight end. Yeah. If they can do that, I'm not sure if Russia can drive that ball all the way down the field.
Yeah, because it's still a long way to go.
However, every time tonight I've said I'm not sure Russia can do that, they have done it. So I think I have just jinxed Team Switzerland massively, but we'll see.
Yeah, they should have somehow tried to fix that long snap issue, because this could be pretty costly.
Yeah. This game's coming down to the wire here, so every little thing.
12 minutes left, fourth quarter. Coming back inside, gets tackled. Guess who's on first? It's 54.
Yeah, see, I lost the ball that time too. It's the thing when you.
That's hard to see. Yeah, if you don't see the ball on the first guy, you can't find it anymore.
They've got the fakes. You got the mesh between the motion man and the quarterback, the running back, and the quarterback carrying out his fake. Huge third down now, 3rd and 3.
And to the outside, 43. And this time he has some space.
What an effort by Henny.
He's chasing.
Watch the replay.
Back.
Oh yeah, watch the replay. Was he lined up at tackle and did that?
I'm not sure. Get the replay.
I mean, he it looked like he was at tackle. They ran sweep, and he ran the thing down and tripped the guy up from behind.
And it's a running back.
Yeah.
And the running back in motion coming out.
Oh, he's at end. He's at end. Still, nonetheless. Yeah. Nonetheless.
This time it's Domliecki and second guy on. That's a tackle for loss, like 4 yards in the backfield, 5 yards almost. That's the Team Switzerland defense they wish for.
Yeah, their front has been very, very good tonight.
Yeah. Good falls at Masri on the outside linebacker now, walking on the line 2 up front. And he's containing number 24. Oh, no, really successful. 24 running the ball. Maxim Kiskin.
Nice job on the sweep right there.
Russia, yeah.
Just outrunning the linebacker to the corner there.
3rd and 3 again. Pretty important 3rd down for Team Swiss defense now. .24 again. Get outside, and here's some grass. Some cheek moves.
Late block on the back coming here, but
from Team White or Team Red?
Team Red's going to take this flag, but they're still going to get the first down here. Excellent job, good adjustment. This coaching staff for Russia is doing a great job. They go jet sweep, but they actually block out and have the sweeper cut inside of the sweep, the old red light sweep.
Yeah, you block out the contain guy, so and then you cut back inside and
excellent
find
adjustment.
some grass.
And Henny's on the sideline right now, getting some air probably.
Yeah, you take advantage of that for sure as the opposite coaching staff. You know that the backup of 54 is not as good as 54 is.
So it's a first down, but the penalty keeps them out of the red zone. So Team Switzerland, Team Russia is not yet in field goal range. So it's really up now to Team Switzerland's defense to.
It started with Team Switzerland defense, and it comes down the line with the defense again.
Excellent coverage. Wilson has played a heck of a game. They ran a different type of play action there, different type of boot action. They had the wing come underneath, and the guy that they threw the ball to was actually the wide receiver, and Wilson just tracked him and covered him across the whole field.
Almost like the first time they threw the ball to a receiver downfield.
Yeah. Well, Wilson also made the play on that halfback pass, but that was one of the few times that's happened.
Makes it even harder for the defense if you mix in plays like that. And outside run again.
Oh, they got to call that. Yeah, they got it.
The holding?
That was pretty bad. No, number 80 went in and cut. The receiver went in and threw a cut block on a
cutback block, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, watch the replay here. Watch the outside receiver. He comes in and he dives at the knees of the corner, which is illegal in most countries.
Yeah.
That's a pretty dangerous play right there. I hope that's Tano there. He's limping off.
He got the first shot, but he will be back soon, I think. You're not expecting that as a...
Yeah, that's the first questionable action I've seen tonight, but the refs were on it.
I'm not sure it's not a planned play like this. It's like happened because he saw him running out.
Yeah, but you don't slip. That wasn't like a slip. He intended to cut him. Which is real unfortunate because that's probably one of the first things you learn in blocking is you don't cut a man inside of you. But
you can't block towards the ball.
Yes,
like it's not allowed. So,
but the refs called it. The refs called it, and Tano's going to live. And
Tom Potch, the umpire, that threw the flag there.
Now Russia's got a second and very long.
2nd and 20 something. Through the middle again, and decent.
Yeah.
Pretty decent run here.
I would say so. What was that? 17 yards?
Yeah. Makes us 3rd and 11.
Turns 2nd and 28 into 3rd and 11.
Yeah, good play for the Russian offense. Yeah, Team Swiss could use the fans in the stands now.
Well, I have heard the crowd noise at Rankhoff can be deafening.
And on the outside again.
Oh, what a great run. What a great run.
He bounced outside once more, and yeah, he just avoided the tackle, and then he finds some grass to run.
So the guy that invented this offense, who gets credit for it, his name Mark Speckman, and he always talked about when a guy's running the sweep like that, to dip in and dip out. And I don't know if we have the replay, but he did a really nice job of he had the sweep, he kind of like dipped in like he was going to cut back, and then he dipped back out.
Outside. Yeah,
he was patient
really
enough. Beautiful run by a man whose name I can't pronounce.
34, Omari Gerinyaev. Through the middle. This time the middle is open. And close to the end zone. 2 yards left, first down for sure. Team Russia. If there was one missed tackle in an offense system like that, he for sure finds a grass through the middle, and he's untouched. Nice.
Yeah, blocking. I believe 5 minutes ago I said I'm not sure Russia can take the ball and run it right down Switzerland's throat, but that's exactly what they just did.
What they did, exactly. That was not a single pass actually. Well, there was one pass, but it was incomplete.
Yeah,
and everything else was on the ground.
Yep. And they overcame a second.
As long as it works.
They overcame a 2nd and 28.
Yeah.
Just an outstanding job by Team Russia, especially all night, but especially on that last drive. They've really found the right formula.
Not in.
Nope.
Not good. Shaking his head. Yes. Again, could be important. The end of the game. 13-point lead now.
Yeah. Still 7 minutes and 35 seconds left. So still time. But obviously now there's no room for error if you're Team Switzerland.
No. And the other bad thing is you have to score like pretty quick, not so quick, but you have to score, and then you got to send back your defense that is a little exhausted now from the last drive.
Yeah.
And you give the Russians the ball. They are running pretty well.
They've got to score. They've got to score here.
They got to run down the clock for sure. Be a hard time for Team Switzerland now. I'm pretty sure they have not given up yet. It's a pretty fast game actually too.
Yeah, a lot of runs. Keeps the clock rolling.
Penalties, as I already said. Like the ones that had to be called or
the refs have done a very good job.
Yeah.
They've done a very good job tonight.
And the next time we got to be here, we got to take some blankets with us. Because the nasty little wind is.
It's a little chilly.
Get it back. Yeah, touch back. Let's see how deep the offense coordinator of Team Switzerland wants to open or can open his playbook.
Yep.
The last drive were pretty successful. We had a touchdown from Team Switzerland. That was a long pass on a 4th and 11. Almost to the end zone from Niklas Messmer. He made a little bit more presence on the field than Wortman did. That was a false start from the right tackle. Federico Ferretti.
No, that was actually Philip.
Was Philip?
Yeah.
Is Philip 65? Oh, Federico is 75. Yeah, right. 65 is Philip. A Swiss name hard to pronounce. Kavlenic.
Kovlenic,
yeah.
I learned it this year. I had to do the first check, so I couldn't butcher his name any longer. I still don't think I have it right, but I'm closer.
Through the middle. Almost saw some grass. Murchstein. He made it to a 2nd and 8 from a 1st and 15. So decent run of 7 yards. Nice blocking from the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean the Swiss running game has been there tonight. Yeah. It has been there all night. It's been consistent. It's the other side of it where there's been struggles.
It went better when Messmer joined forces with the offense. But in the first half, there was like passing game was almost not existing. This is what we want to see. These quick passes should be thrown a little better. It should be catched by the receiver. Dominik Stucki this time. Couldn't hold on the ball.
Yeah, that's been the story of the night. I think it was the last third down where Mesmer put it right on the same receiver and he dropped it, and then receiver's wide open and the ball's thrown in the dirt. It's just timing between quarterback and receiver is just not there right now.
Yeah, not yet. It will not be today. Not at all, probably. But they still got to try to find somehow a way. Will they already go for the fourth down? 7 minutes before the end. Run through the middle, and he gets the first down. Moritz Stein right off the right side again.
Real nice play call right there. You know, third and long, everyone's expecting a pass.
Yeah.
And maybe they were thinking about fourth down, so they set up a run when the defense isn't expecting it, and they get the first down.
Again, the run game is good.
Yeah, but I don't think they have time to run the ball twice down the field here.
Not at all. 6.5 minutes. Clock's running.
Yeah, they don't have to throw it every down, but they've got to.
They have to mix in.
They got to mix it in. Yeah.
Plays,
Oh boy.
Oh. That's a fumble. Yeah, that's a game. That was a blindside hit right off tackle.
Yeah, that's why I said, oh boy, because you could see from the ball was snapped that linebacker was coming free and Mesmer didn't see him.
It's actually the running back who plays the linebacker too, 34.
Who knows?
Amadi Grinyaev.
Ooh, we have an interesting thing going on here.
Was he down?
That is what the Whitehead is saying. We're going to watch the replay here. Let's see.
Like there is a rule when you learn to be an official, the ground can't force a fumble.
Yeah.
So if the player pops down and the ball pops out, then it's not a fumble by rule.
Yeah.
So by definition. But
let's just say I'm glad we don't have the challenge flag here tonight, because I don't know if we would. But the Russian coach, as frustrating as that is, hey, it's still 2nd and 20. You're up by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Don't get too upset here and get a 15-yarder. You're still very much in control of this game. You know, you're getting kind of the short end of a close call.
It was actually, I think it was the umpire that threw the beanbag for a fumble, and so they just ruled it back now.
Yeah.
Makes it 2nd and 20. Oh, not a bad ball, but not a good ball either. Yeah, that's the timing between quarterbacks and receiver that's not there we talked about.
Yeah.
Because like both receivers were actually open, but both receivers didn't thought that they got to get the ball on that spot.
Yeah, you can just tell it's just not clear to everyone.
So 3rd and 20. They might not run inside that ball. This ball.
Yeah, it's a tough spot they're in here.
6 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Ooh. Put it up in the air somehow.
Oh,
that's a DPI. Yeah. That's like I would not. I don't like calling players stupid on the field, but that's not a smart move from number 40 here, from Team Russia. Because he went in the way, Nika Kashiwari, the DB.
Let's just say it was 3rd and 20, and now we're gonna Team Switzerland's going to get a first down out of this. Basically, get bailed out. So, a minute ago they had just been fumble touchdowned, and now they're going to have the ball in midfield. So, Team Switzerland definitely catching some breaks here. They need to capitalize on it.
Yeah. The other thing is on that last play, was this ball even catchable, because that was overthrown.
I don't know if he needed to make contact with the receiver in that case.
He made, actually, probably.
I don't know if he needed to do that.
It was not smart at all, so it's an automatic first down, even if they not make the 20 yards with the 15-yard penalty.
What I'm surprised to see is that they have not gone vertical to Riepel, who is the guy that Mesmer plays with in Basel, has timing with.
Maybe he's playing off position or different routes on. That's a left tackle with a full start here. This time it is Federico Ferretti, 75. That should not happen. That's not what you wish as an offensive coordinator, to give 5 yards away. When you were lucky and you get called back in like a defense touchdown and you had a big time DPI on a 3rd and 20, so you should not do mistakes like that. And he's a pretty experienced player, actually.
He is.
So. Go back, pass to the left. These short passes are thrown a little short, or is it just off timing with the receiver?
The ball is not coming out of his hand clean.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed. I don't know if the replay is going to come up. It just the bubble screen and that one right there. It seemed like it slipped out of his hands. That is not what I mean, the receiver was open. There was no miscommunication.
Around,
yeah, it was just the ball seemed to come out just a little bit odd. Oh boy.
Deep. On the flag, a late flag. 2 flags actually on the field, 3 flags on the field. Number 40 was still too much on the man maybe, but there were 2 other flags on the field.
That was a little less contact than the last one.
But still too much.
Let's see.
For no contact.
Let's see what the other flag is.
Yeah, there are 2 other flags actually. There might be a holding call or something.
It might be an ineligible man downfield because Switzerland had kind of a weird formation where they had too many receivers on the ball on one side and not enough on the other. Yeah, they're
talking about the little hands to the face too.
That could have been.
So if there are fouls on both sides of the ball, they can just offset and replay it down.
Yeah.
But if not, if they're all on Team Russia, they would not talk to Team Russia then. So
yeah.
And what's the flag down there?
Guess they did not. I guess they picked it up.
They all flagged the ineligible man downfield. So yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta go on to the next play. 3rd and 15 now.
Yeah.
If you're Team Switzerland, and they basically got to look at this as 2 downs.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Throw the ball again in close to 40 because he's making contact on every play. So yeah,
I don't know.
He might take himself back now.
Let's just hope, for Switzerland's sake, they're not facing a 4th and 15 decision. That would be tough. They need to get something here.
Yeah.
Don't need to get it all here, but you need to get something.
Yeah. He's open. That's one ripple. Ooh, that's perfectly covered.
Yeah.
That's his hand was on perfect timing to the ball. Number 40 this time, very good play. Because he was open. If he would have put a little more pressure, would be able to put a little more pressure on that ball.
Nika Kaishari. He's been getting some grief here for the last couple plays, but that time he made a really nice play.
Yeah.
Ball was in the air. He timed it perfectly and knocked the ball out. And now Switzerland, it's
5.5 minutes.
Tough call, but 4th and 15, the way the passing game has been looking, that's tough odds. So I would think the punt is the lesser of the 2 evils here. Ooh, there's a punt.
There's a fake punt actually, but no. Yeah, at least they tried. It would not even be a first down there, so. Yeah, you need to try something in situations. You have to try something, but didn't work out this time. So the Russians get the ball pretty close, like on the 35-yard line of Team Switzerland. They have 5.5 minutes. The running game was pretty good. Not pretty good, was very good from Team Russia. And I think they got to run down the clock as much as they can. Stay in bounds. And not make any errors, not any mistakes. To the middle. Oh, he's some grass. It's hard to tackle. He's moving his feet pretty well. Number 22, Kirill Savyalov. The guy that made the last touchdown on his, or like the first touchdown on his first touch of the game. Was a pretty decent run again through the middle.
Yeah.
And yeah, the clock is running a little more than 5 minutes. They're almost in the red zone of Team Switzerland. Unless there is a fumble or something, it could be pretty hard for Team Switzerland to win this game. Oh, and that was the fumble, but he recovered by himself.
Right on cue.
Should have been recovered by Yotters, I should say that too. There are already substitution players going on.
Was that Burry again?
I think so.
Yeah, he's played a heck of a game, 47.
Yeah. And 54 named again. It's 21 again. It's getting the ball.
Yeah.
Mitrini.
One thing these Russian backs do really well is they don't stop on contact. They just keep fighting forward.
Yeah, every yard is earned.
Yep. There've been sometimes it's turning a 2-yard loss into a 1-yard gain. You know, here 4-yard gain, but it certainly has added up over the course of the game. Just an outstanding effort by this team, players and coaches.
They were struggling in the beginning of the game against this defense force or this defense powers Team Switzerland was showing. But now they found some kind of recipe to get downfield again. They managed to get a new first down. I think so. Or will it be a short 4th down?
Looks like they got it.
I think.
Can't see the number. They ran a counter play off the sweep, and there was a player from Switzerland, I believe it was number 40, who was there at the point of attack to make the tackle, but he couldn't quite secure it.
Yeah, and as I said, they're fighting for every yard, so you keep on moving your feet. You got to get these important plays done. Lucas RUS, Team Switzerland. Three and a half minutes. First down for Team Russia. It's pretty interesting why he is not ticking down that play clock more. Because, he could save some energy. And
you're right. You're very right about that.
Because, leaving 20 seconds on the game clock,
right,
or on the play clock.
Well, the coach is going to do it for him now. He's not sending him to play until the time's down. Yep.
Just wait. He's keeping in the end zone and that play again. We know that play already. Sergei Nikolaev. Finally he gets his touchdown. He's probably one of the best players in the offense of that Russian team. He had a lot of big plays. The plays he had were big plays. And now he's got his personal trophy, the touchdown of the game. And it's a hard talk about an MVP for that game already, but usually the MVP is coming from the winning team, so that keeps 54 out of the race for MVP. But yeah, is it number 2 from Team Russia? I don't know.
21.
21 had a pretty decent game too.
We haven't kept stats, but that cat probably has he's gotten 100 yards and he's gotten them the hard way.
Yeah. So he earned every of that yard. If you want to name a player. Yeah, it's 29-9, so 20-point lead, 3-score game now. 2.5 minutes actually on the clock, 2 timeouts left. Team Switzerland. So that will not be a victory for Team Switzerland today. It's still football, but yeah.
Not looking promising, but can't say enough. Can't say enough about this performance from Team Russia tonight.
They improved from every drive to the other.
Yeah.
And they improved big time on, from the first quarter when it was 0-0 at the end to now, they have a really productive offense put together. And they found a way against every defense Team Switzerland was showing them.
Yeah.
They found a recipe somehow to run through that big, nice, good defensive line from Team Switzerland. And yeah, the coaching staff from Team Russia, oh, respect. That was very nice. Deep kick. And the touchback. 2 minutes 39 left. Yeah, Messmer is going back on the field. They may try a shot downfield, but well, we try to get as much out of that game in the last 2.5 minutes as you can for the future.
Absolutely.
You use it as a like international practice. Sounds kind of hard and kind of bad, but yeah, you have situations in football you have to take advantage of, like situations you don't want to be in. And if you can take some snaps against a Russian team like this, you definitely can grow on these plays.
Yeah, this is a young roster that Switzerland has here, and although this is going to be a pretty bitter pill to swallow, there's a lot of good players on this team, and I think there's some things that when they go back and watch the film that they can build on here.
Yeah, definitely. They got to figure out the starting quarterback position first, maybe, because the offense was way more productive and way more unpredictable with Niklas Messmer on than it was in the first half. So it was better. They made a touchdown.
Yeah, I would not assign too much blame to the quarterback position.
I'm not blame the quarterback.
No, I'm just saying anyone out who's watching that just says it's true the offense moved a bit better in the second half. Also, that group probably was playing together more. Switzerland's offense has not been consistent the entire night. The one long pass that was hauled in was a really
lucky
nice
play, to be honest. But it was at least a good play they had.
Yeah.
And they had a pretty solid run game. Pass protection is not bad. That's a little bit too far thrown. Yeah, the balls are not too precise. They are at least out of the hand of the quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's a difference between the first and the second half for sure. But yeah, the offensive line looked pretty nice. Run blocking, pass blocking, both sides or both aspects of the ball were pretty good. The one hard sack they had to take was not a late blitz, but it was a blitz from the outside linebacker that nobody took responsibility for.
Yeah.
And that's hard for the quarterback to get hit like that. But was this a design quarterback draw?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
He just
He has really good. He has really good instincts for sliding up in the pocket right there. That was
a 4-man rush against a 5-man offensive line, and they got
pressure. They kind of squeezed the pocket, and Messmer did a nice job of stepping up. He didn't just start running. He stepped up, and then he saw the seam and ran for it. Yeah, that's a solid play.
There was I think it was 91 from the Russians, Stanislav Leonov, that got a little hurt. He's one of the players not playing for the Spartans. He's playing for the Moscow Dragons, but still in the city of Moscow. But I think to travel from one part of the city of Moscow to the other takes the same time to travel from Geneva to Chur in Switzerland.
Maybe. That's a pretty big city.
Yeah. There's a holding call probably. And a little hands to the face as far as I can see. But I cannot see for or against which team it is. That's some kind of penalty you didn't have like 2 or 3 years ago. And it's called often right now because, having a hand in your face is not as comfortable.
No one enjoys it. Looks like it's going to be against Team Switzerland.
Yeah, looks like. So they can decline it and take the 4 down. I got to go back. So they take the 3rd down, they take the penalty, it's a 15-yard penalty actually, so it makes a half a distance. 3rd and 20 again. Well-known situation for Team Switzerland, but even deeper in their own half than it was on the last drive. Yeah, penalties weren't a factor until the 4th quarter maybe. And then we
Yeah,
have
the game has kind of slowed down here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously a 20-point lead
Yeah.
for one team, so there is nobody except one with the other jersey. Yeah, that ball was put in the air and pray, what you want to call it.
Yeah,
So-
3rd and 20.
Yeah, but nobody was there, not even close
Well,
to that ball.
what do you call it?
It was Alexander Spick.
He was near it.
Spichkin.
But,
Yeah, but he had the wrong jersey for
Yeah.
Team Switzerland.
I think the only Swiss people that are going to be happy tonight are the local vendors of vodka.
Are you sure the Russians can afford Swiss vodka?
Well, we're going to find out, I think. I think we're going to find out.
They got to celebrate for sure, and that's a well-earned victory for Team Russia. I think we can speak about a victory.
Yeah.
Definitely can speak about a victory. They gotta try to score again because they wanna use this game now too as some kind of practice.
Yeah, the only thing you'd say is
He's still on his feet.
the only thing you'd say here is this would be a great chance to get some other guys opportunities to play. It looks like they are. A couple guys that we haven't seen. It's not like they have a bunch of backups, but there's no reason for guys that have already scored to be still carrying the ball in this situation. But if you got guys that flew all this way that haven't played much, this would be a great time to get them in the game.
You want to put them on the field and let
It's
them enjoy.
Such a sacrifice these guys
Yeah.
make to be part of this. Any opportunity to give guys playing time, you got to take it.
And you want to see them on the field in live action.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
you want to know how they could be in the future. Through the middle again, 21 again. Takes a lot of power to wrestle him down.
Yeah. And now if Team Russia wants to, they can kneel it out.
Yeah, it's 1 minute, 6 seconds. They got the first down. Team Switzerland has 2 timeouts left. So, but it would not make any sense to take these timeouts because you would never ever score 3 games. And you will not put your offense on the field again. Don't look like they're going to kneel it.
Does not look like a victory formation to me.
Now 24 is getting the ball, Maxim Kiskin, and he's going to the zone. He's in for another touchdown. Yeah, 30 seconds left. 35-9 now. Another outside run, they get beaten at.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. There is almost no starter on the field anymore in Team Switzerland's defensive line as far as I can see. Like Dominic is still on. He's the defensive captain. So Team Switzerland also gave some backup players. It's always hard to talk about backup players from a national team because they are all good football players, but they are still better football players than others. He made it through the uprights, so it makes a 36-9 lead now for Team Russia. They will have another kickoff, and then Team Switzerland will kneel it down, I think. They got to pull out another play?
We'll see. We'll see.
Or they got to test maybe if they have some new guys on the team they haven't seen in the Swiss uniform performing before on live action, maybe. And we haven't seen Carl Holt, running back, for example, today. Team Switzerland number 34.
Yeah, I was going to say, if there's anybody that hasn't played yet today.
Yeah, put him on the field
Yeah,
now.
that's...
I'll practice some onside kicks for Team Russia.
That would be a bit... That would be a bit much.
Yeah.
That would be a bit much.
You don't want to be that coach.
I don't know. I know this coach. His name's in the what's this guy's name? He's an American. He works in Russia. I believe he's a translator.
Kiri Yarushi.
Yeah, and
he's 28 years old.
Yeah,
actually.
I noticed that he's under 30. I remember the victory over Bolzano that raised eyebrows in 2019, and you can add this to the list. This is a very impressive victory.
Yeah. Very well-earned victory.
To come in here all this way and just basically dominate this game and
after a rough start.
Yeah, and blow out Team Switzerland like this. This is
at home.
Yeah, this is quite a job by Team Russia, and a really bitter pill for Switzerland to swallow here.
There are some things to get fixed. I think that the most important thing is they can get some more camps in and practice together, because like the off timing between quarterback and receiver was pretty obvious.
In comparison to other countries where I've worked, Switzerland does not pay due attention to its national teams.
Yeah, maybe that switch now with the new board of the federation, and hopefully they gotta find some money to put more work in with the national team or with the national teams. And as everything else in Switzerland, also for a national team, a camp is pretty expensive.
It's
like hosting 60, 70 guys.
It certainly is, and I think perhaps involvement in JNS is going to have a role here, because Switzerland's also the only country I've worked in that until now has received zero help from its. Anyhow,
game is officially in the books. 36-9. Team Russia pulled off a victory. They traveled all around the globe to be here in Basel to to put way more points on the board than the Swiss team was able to do.
Yeah.
Good effort by the Swiss defense. The score does not look like how the defense played, especially in the first half. There was a 7-3 lead in the halftime.
Yep.
They came back on the field and they made some points. Couldn't be stopped again, and from then on the Russians started to just be the better team today.
They certainly were. That's a very good summary of the game. You know, Team Switzerland came out and looked like the better side early in the game, but as the game wore on, you know, Team Russia had the answers. They found a couple things on offense that worked for them, and they were able to execute them, and Team Switzerland could not. And this is a what do you call it?
Still a young team.
Yeah.
Team Switzerland, still a lot to improve on both sides of the ball, a lot of things to fix. But as we said, they need practice. They need to stay together as much as they can. I don't know about the next international competition. It's not set yet due to that pandemic shit is going on.
Yeah.
But hopefully they're gonna play for in another B championship maybe.
I think the IFAF has changed the format now to what they did in 19 and what finished today is they play the groups of 3. And then based on the results of that 3, then you get into 3 different pools for the knockout series.
Then,
So I think that the national team will be back at it already in 2022 with the qualification games. I believe that is IFAF's plan. So this is a tough one, but very very soon the work begins on the next series. Russia, congratulations on 9th place. Yes. Switzerland winds up in with place 10, and
still in the top 10. Without the German team participating in the last European Championship. It's not a bad place actually at the end of that journey. They had some hard opponents with Italy, with Team Austria, and that Russian team today that produced and showed up. Yeah, they showed some guts today.
They showed a lot. Nice. Congratulations to Team Russia, to the players, to the coaches. I know all the people behind the scenes for both clubs. For both teams that make it work, but for those guys to come here and get this win, I'm sure that's a memory that they will that they will always have, and they've earned it.
They earned it. I think that's a good end of the stream today. Thank you for watching the stream here. We had in the halftime, we had an eye, and there were more than 4,000 people watching. So I'm not sure how many we had now, but you can see it on YouTube. You can watch the real live as soon as the game is online, and hope you enjoyed, and hope you have a good weekend. Enjoy.
All right, good night.